the Corvette held you up a little bit over here. That was nice of it.
The problem is he's so fast on the straight and I'm slow on the corner. But I guess that's a practice.
Yep. How's the car feel with the lower tire pressure?
Feels better on the low speed, but not as good on the high speed.
Okay, so we'll leave them where they are then.
Yeah.
Just leave them where they are.
Although, the only thing I'm curious, is there a pressure difference between left and right?
All right,
time to break you down. In the blink of an eye, you'll realize that there's so much more to the book than the page you were stuck on. Finally, you will be free to live a life you love living instead of the life you think other people want you to live. Remember, you are the highest authority when it comes to knowing what you want and what you love. So stop trading yourself for the approval from others. Ladies and gentlemen, weirdos and geeks, please repeat after me. I don't give a fuck.
Target acquired.
Eagle 1, first strike. You have permission to engage the target.
Warning: the following video contains explicit language which may be offensive to some viewers or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only.
All right, welcome everybody. How are you tonight? How on this fine evening? What's up, everybody? It's going to be a good night, I think. Got a lot going on, and it should be a good time for everyone. For those of you who didn't catch it this morning, let me start out with Jack, our resident idiot. Went completely off the damn reservation, and he is what we call persona non grata. Okay, like he can't be here anymore. If he comes in, instant ban. I don't care what name he's using. I don't care if he's causing trouble, not causing trouble. The ban hammer is out. You're weapons free. Make it happen. I don't care what happens. That dude has accused myself and Glenn Lawrence and a few others of some really bad shit. And I just don't have any tolerance at all for Jack anymore. Tried to be his buddy, tried to be his friend. He said some really fucked up shit. Fuck that guy. Get him out of here. I don't care what name he's using. I don't care what alias he chooses to hide behind. It doesn't matter. Jack has to go. He's gone. Worn out his welcome. So at any rate, welcome everyone else. There was no staff meeting. I woke up this morning to a kind of a weird shit show, and I wasn't happy about it at all. I thought it was, it was completely off the fucking rails, as it always is with him. And I got to be honest with you, it really, is the last straw. I've been as nice as I can be. In other news, we had a great show last night doing the live commentary on the debate with that Admiral Gibbs put on with a couple of the good guys out there. Our buddy, I'm sorry, I'm getting Siege just DM'd me. We'll talk about that, Siege, if you're in the chat. If not, I'll DM you back shortly. But yeah, Admiral Gibbs is doing a debate, what he calls a debate Grand Prix. He wants me to be in on that as a participant. I told him that I would 100% be willing to do so. And so that's what's going to happen there. And if you caught the one last night between Scott, Fabian Liberty, Lactoid, and the two leftist liberal Cluck and Non-Fawn, you would have seen that they got shellacked. They weren't ready. They didn't know was coming for them, and they got hit hardcore. Now, Stephen Aker, are you Jack? If you're Jack, then you got to go. So, if you're Jack, you know what you did. So at any rate, moving on to other things. No, Steven, you're cool, dude. It's that Jack guy. Jack's got to go. Was I doing ninja things? Ninja things, but wouldn't be able to say if I was. Guys, actually, I have been working on the sound all day. I also I got my lens set up. Is in the Canadian Jack. Yeah. Jack is persona non grata. He is to be shown the door. So, yeah. At any rate, so the debate stream last night was great. Doing the instant commentary on it was great. Having Tiki Tack up later was also great. And it was a good time. Really had a great time last night with all of the debate stuff. Really enjoy watching it and commenting on it. That was a lot of fun. Tonight it's a chill stream. We're going to get some people up here pretty soon to hash out things that need to be hashed out. I guess, I don't know. And we're going to probably talk about, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. There's been a lot going on, man. It's every day. I say the same thing, man. It's just so much going on with all the things out there in the world, and it's really hard to kind of nail down where you're at in the world. Yeah, it's a great hat. That nice Clover Tack logo, and it's super sweet. I've got the green one around here too. I may be out in my truck. I was wearing it the other day. I may put it in the truck. By the way, welcome. Let me say welcome to all the people who have shown up. I noticed that K2 Keep On Trucking was the first one in the chat tonight. Good on you, sir. Followed closely by 13. Smoking Spaceman was in the house. Mr. Boulay is in the house. BIY is in the house. Stephen Akare. I'm not really sure how you say that. He is in the house. Cat is in the house. That's OX Cat OX XO whatever. Kissy Cat is in the house. She is from the whatever Discord, I believe. Imperious has made it. Obviously, he never misses a good party, and we've got Damien coming in as well. I'm sure there'll be some other really cool people here as the night progresses. I was kind of hoping to get Flow State and some other folks on. If you don't know, Andrew is currently right now doing debate prep for his debate with Alex Playing with Fire. Was actually supposed to have Alex on this show, not this specific one, but on the show. But the last couple of weeks have been kind of up in the air, and I just haven't been able to commit to anything. And so I just decided, so I haven't, I'll have him on later. No big deal. No harm, no foul. Imperious, no, it is not tomorrow. I believe it is next Wednesday. It was supposed to be, I want to say next Tuesday or Thursday, and they've changed the date to Thursday. Yeah, Alex is a kind of a terrible debater. He's gone up against Andrew like 3 or 4 times, and Andrew just bodies him over and over again. The really interesting thing is I think probably the first time that they had Andrew debate Alex, he is a Mongoloid, but the first time they had Andrew debate Alex, it was one of the funniest things I've ever listened to. It was fucking hilarious. It was great. Sorry guys, I have like 10,000 people like messaging me and shit. Yeah. So apparently, amongst Jack's other nonsense bullshit, he apparently was in some chat somewhere today, and he was telling some person that I don't know that, let me read this to you. Dude is unable to sit still. That's true. I've never been able to sit still. I'm a high energy person, and it's if you've been here any length of time, you know that I am always moving. It's just the way it is. And Jack says, I caught him later or before. You can hear him snorting lines. Grid hides the chat because I lost it. First of all, I never hide the chat. Chat logs are always available, and as far as I know, in every single stream I've ever done. So if anybody thought that I'm doing coke, that's fucking not. They're obviously on crack. And second, I'm on camera all day, every single minute. Promise you'd know. So I don't know what kind of drugs that cat's on, but he has crossed all the lines. Fuck that guy. He is again persona non grata, and I don't tolerate bullshit like that. That look, we can have some fun, have no problem, but that dude, something wrong with him, and he's going to keep going until he gets really, really, really hurt by somebody, probably legally hurt, because he's going to get sued or something of that nature. But we'll see. At any rate, there you go. That's the whole deal with Jack. So I've not Imperious. I've never snorted a line off a girl's ass. Never have. I've never done any drugs at all. I barely take prescription medicine, and only generically under protest. And it has to happen. It has to be one of those things where, like, I know I need it. So, I joke about, you guys needing to do hookers and blow to keep up with me, but that's because you just don't have that same energy level. Most of you don't have the same energy level I do. So that's what it is. Yeah, I actually do too. Stephen Akari. When I was really young, I was probably, I was 15, maybe 16. I had my wisdom tooth cut out, and they gave me a synthetic codeine. I don't know what they call it. It's like Tylenol 3 or some shit. One of you really good drug guys will know, but I fucking hated that shit, dude. Hated it. Like, it did help with the pain in my teeth, but I didn't even take all of those. I only took that stuff as long as I absolutely had to for the pain. And then once I could deal with the pain, I didn't take anymore. And I'd never take anything for the pain. It was just the weirdest, most fucked up thing I've ever had. And so I have a very high pain tolerance. Let's just say that. Very, very high. Did Alex have a stroke, or did he just get his nose busted repeatedly? Dude, I don't know. I don't know. Stephen Akari says, I had back surgery to repair lower back disc. The pain was much better after the surgery, but they gave me a pain med prescription, which I never filled. There you go. My wife uses ancient Chinese medicine. I mean, to some degree, sure. Yeah. I've got, they have this weird, like cough medicine. It's definitely honey and something else. It's actually very, very effective. So, but yeah. Yep. So, yeah, at any rate, yeah. Yeah, I've never had a disc replaced. I've never broken a bone. I've never needed a lot of this stuff either, right? So, whatever. What do we want to talk about tonight, guys? Somebody give me a great subject. Something that's world-shattering, life-changing, things you just can't say. Yes, please do all the thumbs up, like, subscribe, do all of the things. I very nearly made the show for subscribers only tonight. And I might still, but we'll see. But yeah. Yeah, old Jack's on my shit list. But that's enough about him. So they can put out their 6th gen fighter. But it's I don't think it's as good as our 5th gen. And like I said, we've obviously got something better in inventory right now because we're selling F-35s like they're going out of style. Like it's crazy. It's a shell, yeah. I mean, a lot of it's for their own people, right? National pride, all that kind of thing. So, yeah. Yeah. Not a functional plane. It's all, yeah, PR. Yeah, that's fine. We've done that. It's not like we haven't done that before, too. So. Yeah. Let's see. Should you run out of the house that I own because I was looking to buy a? Wait. Oh, should you rent? Let me try and read between the lines here. He's a truck driver, guys, so he's probably using text to speech, and text to speech sometimes just fucks you. Should I think he means rent out the house that I own because I was looking to buy a house close to his work, or just sell it. So I am of the opinion that in most areas it makes more sense to rent out the house you own. Mikey Balls, get up here, bro. I have a wild mic setting. What's up with my mic setting? Yeah. Come on up, Mikey. I don't know what's up with my mic setting. You have to tell me what's going on with it. Does it not sound good? A little echo if it is. I definitely do not have two mics on. It is possible that I have. Well, that's. Give me 1 second. Let me work through something here. It is possible. I don't think it's accurate, but no, that's it. Yeah, no, it's doing exactly what it should. Does that help with what you guys are hearing? Well, I'm not gonna let it derail me. I'm just curious. I've been messing with my sound all day, so it's entirely possible that I clicked something and I didn't go back and change it. Mikey, come on up, buddy. That's fine. As far as renting your house, K2, yeah, absolutely. I mean, unless you're in an area where the rent is just non-existent and you're never going to get anywhere with it, and everything is just all bad. Unless you live in that area, you need to rent it out. That's and you know, get somebody to pay your mortgage as much as you can. He has the echo between his eyes. That's probably true. Thanks for coming up, Mikey. It's a chill stream night, so we're just going to chill out and have a good time. I don't hear an echo on my end. If anybody hears an echo, I've been chasing echoes all day. I have completely revamped my soundboard a couple of times, so it is possible that we did miss something towards the end. Howdy, effing epic. Good to see you in the chat. Good to see you, Kronos 420. Good to see you out there. Guys, at this point of the program, this is where I remind you that I have to grift. This show has to make sense. It has to make some money. The TTS is at $10, not $9.99. I know. You want it to be $9.99. I haven't been able to change that yet. I'll see if I can do that. It should not be the room. The room hasn't changed, but I did make a lot of changes to my mic today. It is entirely possible I changed something. Usually when I have an echo in the mic, it is because no, that's off. So yeah, I don't have that. So maybe your speakers are just echoey. I don't know. Because I got no echo. I don't have any cross feeding. Everything seems fine on my end. So I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Let me make sure that I'm not. We could do it like that. I don't know. Maybe you guys let me know if any of that made any differences. I have a. It should be great. Straight Jacket 5150. Good to see you in the chat. Mikey probably does eat corn a long way because, as you know, that's how you get every kernel. That sounds better. Yeah. I just I do not recognize any difference whatsoever, but on my end. But hey, if it makes it sound better to you guys, it is worth it. In the end, that's what we're here for, is to make it all worthwhile. Yeah. Yeah. The mic shouldn't be catching speakers right now. There's no sound in here but me talking, so the mic would only be catching the. And my volume. I'm not being rebroadcast through the speaker. The reason why I don't think there's any echo is I'm not coming through the speakers anywhere. There are no speakers in here. I'm using my voice, so it's very hard for me to echo. Then usually, if we're getting an echo, then it's because it's picking it up on the mic and then running it through voice mod or wave, one of the two, before it goes out. So we'll see. It'll be fine. But as long as it sounds good, that's all that matters. And that's all that's what's up. Merle's World, yes, sound is the biggest pain in the butt. Guys, I've been messing around with my lens for a while. I had the manual focus lens on, and I took it off, and then I've been trying to make the autofocus lenses work, and I just never could get them to work the way I wanted them to. So now what we have is the manual focus lens on the camera. It's locked in. It cannot change. It is what it is. That's all that there is. Mikey, where you at?
I don't know. What's up with that? I've never even seen that before. Let me try turning it off.
Oh, there
That's
you were
weird.
there.
Oh, I was there?
Yeah, there you are.
Wait, you can see me right now?
I can see your avatar.
Okay, that's what I thought. Hold on, let me fix this. What the?
You may have to go out and come back in.
Yeah, let me do that.
Because there's something about that. Mikey the ghost. All right. Yeah, the camera, I spend a little, production, man. Production is always, it's so important, but look at there's Mikey. There's Mikey.
All
there
right.
he is.
Hey, whatever you did on the end of your audio adjustment, you did change something on the.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, we can.
Is it loud? Is it loud enough?
No, it's loud. You're definitely loud.
Okay, good.
But at first, it was like almost like a hint, almost like there was another microphone kind of off in the distance, just barely kind of echoing you. I don't know what I heard it. So
yeah, it was in the software somewhere because there are no other mics in here and there's no speakers.
See, but that's technology
except when you speak.
You're right, right.
Yeah,
so how's everything going, man?
Dude, it's been good. I have been. It's been a good week. The holiday is always. It's not always great because I'm so ambivalent about the holidays. But with kids, it's hard to be right.
Right.
And so I had, we did all of the normal stuff. It came out great. At the end of the day, don't know where to put the chat box now because I don't want to block your face. That ought to work there.
Yeah,
that ought to work.
Just cover it.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll be all right. I think that's good. So, it's just one of those things where at the end of the day,
obligations.
Yeah, it becomes less of an obligation, to be honest.
Oh,
and it's more fun because the kids are involved and they want to have everything. So the holidays were pretty good. The business thing that we're doing has been, it's just so much. It just eats so much time, which is good because it keeps me out of trouble.
Right.
I need things to focus on.
Me too. I'm the same way.
And so that's been good. And really, what's really been great about it is I'll start focusing on like weird stuff going on in the world, or I'll get another project or something like that. But it's been really great because I've been able to just kind of focus on the projects at hand and not jump from one to the other. It's been great for me. I hope you've had a great holiday. It's been, the weather has really kind of cooperated down here in the South.
Yeah, it has.
To have a really great holiday. And we had a lot of rain, but that's okay. It's no big deal.
It's all right. A little rain doesn't hurt anybody.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. And
but yeah, Christmas time is my favorite time of year,
Is it really?
Yeah, I know a lot of people actually, it seems like the majority of people actually really hate it going into it. It seems like, I don't know. It's always been a favorite of mine, even when I was struggling, when I couldn't make ends meet, that added stress, but I still loved that period of time.
Is it because that you're just ambivalent about the holiday, or is it because the holiday is something that you're just kind of looking forward to?
It's a nostalgia thing for sure. Like the way I grew up. Yeah, it was definitely a way that I grew up that I want my, children to be able to grow up that way too,
Sure. Welcome, Glenn Lawrence, to the show, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give it up for the man with the plan who doesn't know Stan.
What's up? You driving?
I didn't. Yes, I am. I actually was at my barber getting my hair cut.
You needed it. Was messaging me earlier, bro.
I was looking shaggy earlier.
I wasn't going to say anything.
It was the ears. The hair was touching my ears, and I can't do that.
Yeah, I can't do that shit either.
Yeah, and your
as soon as it touches my ears, I'm done.
Your pompadour was a little too much pomp and not enough door.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Yeah. So what are we talking about over here?
We started off talking a little bit about Jack's nonsense. Give me 1 sec. That's okay. Wrong. That's the wrong button. Tag nanging it. I gotta go back over here. I got too many buttons, man. K2, keep on trucking, comes in with the $2 super chat. We value every single one of them. Shout out to the people that made Christmas happen. Absolutely. I have this thing where I never used to really. So, all right, Glenn, I know you grew up in this generation. Mikey, you're probably tail end of it, where there were no tracking numbers. Like you just kind of, you got what you got, right? Sure. Like it showed up when it showed up. You had no warning, whatever.
When do you think that came around? For me, I was born in 95. I'm 29 now.
95? Good Lord. Yeah, I was like old as shit.
I graduated high school in 2013.
Good Lord.
Yeah, so Mikey,
I was already a father, married, kids by then.
Mikey's life, he's always been able to track his packages.
Yeah, pretty much.
Shit, I got pubic hair older than you.
And being on a cell phone, you know what I mean? I was that first generation where, actually, I was really young when I got my first cell phone. I was like in second grade or something. Swear to God. Swear to God.
Well,
now I had a pager at 14, but that was because I was a drug.
That's because he was on the block.
I had a pager because I was a drug dealer back then. But
he was on the block.
I reformed. I reformed my ways.
That originated 304. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, we created 304s. I'm not gonna lie. I have made many 304s. I am speaking out to stop them from doing what I taught them.
Right. Yeah. So
I'm on my repentance arc.
So I've gotten very used to tracking packages.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
And USPS can still jack me up like none other. So I ordered some stuff right out of New York. And it's a little north of New York City, but it's within range. And I knew that what I should do or should have done was wait until I physically go to New York and then drive the hour up there, get the stuff, and drive back. But I'm like, well, I may not go until the end of the month. It may be the first of the month before I go. And I kind of want this stuff now. My stuff shipped like the 18th or 19th. It didn't arrive till today.
Oh, shit.
And it for like many days, it was just like, is
Nowhere.
in transit.
It's just lost. Just
to the
lost
next
in transit.
destination. And I'm like, what the fuck? Hey, it's Carney's ride is shown up. Big Jake's ranch has shown up. And the Straight Jacket 5150 is still in the house.
That's my boy right there.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I was like going nuts. I'm like, because I'm like, man, this stuff's lost. I'm going to have to file a claim. And it's my buddy's business. I really don't want to file a claim on my buddy's business. You know, like, fuck, this is going to suck. But that's you know, all of the UPS guys that made it happen.
No kidding.
You know, that's a big deal. So you know, it is what it is. We got another super chat from the Raging Patriot 1776. Glenny on the block. Okay, I'll see my way out now. Glenny.
Whoa. That's a family name. All right. Unless you are my grandma or one of my aunts, you do not call me Glenny. Because I swear to you that those are fighting words.
Fighting words. Those are fighting words. That's funny. That's great.
Only my 96-year-old grandma calls me Glenny these days.
That's fair.
Raging Patriot, what RP just did worked out perfectly. What the exact thing, the exact type of response he wanted, he got it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he did.
He got it.
So
I gave it to him. I gave him the alley-oop.
At least he's not calling you Glenathan or something like that, like Jonathan, but Glenathan.
So my ex-wife name was Jennifer, and they used to call us Glenifer. That pissed me the fuck off
Man,
so much.
the mother of my child is.
That's a kick in the nuts right there. That is a kick in the nuts.
I think all Jennifers are like demons. Dude, I haven't met a good Jennifer.
You know, they're right up there with Tiffany.
Now,
yeah. You know, you think like Tiffany is the whore? No, Jenny and Jennifer, Jenna, all of them are bad.
And if they spell Jenny with a G-I-N-N-Y,
no, if they have two N's, they're demons times two.
Demons, they're demons. Where's Kat? We're talking demons tonight.
That's so funny.
So, did you want to go over the thing earlier you're talking about?
I already talked about Jack and how he's persona non grata because he basically accused me of being a coke addict. Did a cat or something just run behind your?
Yeah, I got a kitten.
Oh, okay. I was like, what the?
Mikey got pussy everywhere. Okay, he has pussy all over the place.
Listen, I show my pussy on camera. You know
there you go. That's the only way you can't.
Yeah, I know.
Glenn?
I mean,
Glenn went into photo mode.
He's gonna go show his pussy now.
No, I'm driving. I ain't shit. The hell that is ever gonna happen?
Big Jake's Ranch says he smashed a Tiffany and a Jen. How many times did your car get keyed? That's the question. How bad was your car keyed?
I've never had to deal with that. I've never had to deal with that, but I've dealt with some other shit, but not that.
See, I never had to deal with a car getting keyed, right? I had a chick lie to me, say she got knocked up by me, and then when I found out, and I left her ass,
that's a Tiffany move right there.
Megans are bad. Fuck Megans, fuck Jennifers, those are demons. Demons in disguise.
Megans get fat anyways. Don't worry about it.
They do.
I think you're right.
They do.
The girls in
Megans
here
blow the fuck up.
Is Kissy Cat still in here? I bet she left. So
Kissy
look at that pompadour, man. Look at that. That is tight.
That's the way it's supposed to be.
That's a tight. He's looking like that guy from Perry Mason. What was his name? The investigator, Paul Drake. There's that Paul Drake up in the house. Paul Drake from Perry Mason, the detective.
Yeah.
Got all the single guy. Got all the pussy.
I don't know anything about movies or anything. I don't know if that's a movie.
I know a lot about all of them.
I've watched 15 movies in like
that was
my
a TV show,
life.
Mikey.
Okay, so TV shows I like TV shows.
You know what I haven't been able to watch yet? I have not been able to watch, and I own it, the second Gladiator. I have fallen asleep to it every time.
Well, then that's not good.
So
But
first
it
of
has
all,
Denzel in
Glenn,
it. I'm just like,
Imperious wants you to know that you should only date Shaniquas and Boquishas.
no. If their name sounds like a sneeze or a cough, it's not happening. Shanika, Kazoo like I just.
$2 more
do
comes in from the Raging Patriot, 1776. Glenifer's closet has skeletons all up in there.
Wow. Hatred.
Oh, man, that was awesome.
Well, you know what? I'm sorry, Mama. Never meant to hurt you.
That's funny. Yeah, that is funny. Megan's are horrible.
I see you're choosing violence tonight, Patriot.
Right, so there we go. Megan's are horrible. I had a thing in my youth for Kims. I've dated girls that have spelled their name Kim, K-I-M, as it should be,
and then
K-E-M, K-Y-M. Yeah. Hey, what
That's
the fuck?
wild.
It's Kim.
Like
you gotta reinvent the wheel type shit. It's all right. It is what it is.
It's when I start seeing people put Z's in their name, and they or an X, and they try to say that it's silent, then get that motherfucker out of there. Then it doesn't belong there if it's silent. Like, oh my gosh. Anyways,
yeah. Oh shit! 13 knows my hood. Hickory Hollow Mall, Rivergate, 100 Oaks, Belmont. You got to spread them out. That's true. A lot of Kims. Don't know why. Just seem to be a lot of Kims.
Nicole's with H's too. Nicole's with H's.
So I never had a Nicole.
Watch out for them.
Never had a Nicole.
Watch out for Nicole's with H's. Nicole's with H's are like the TradCon feminists.
Candace.
Definitely a TradCon feminist.
Candace Short.
Yep.
When her last name was also a C name, so it's
Cunt.
No, actually, it's Candace Chapel.
Oh wow!
I don't know. If you should ever date a girl named after a religious building.
Yeah, no.
No.
That's red flag.
So, Avas are okay. Eva is okay. All right.
Evas are psycho, bro.
No. Good kind of psycho though. Good kind of psycho. like
good and bad psycho.
Like, hey, Donovan Sharp is in the house. What's up, buddy? Hey, somebody get Donovan Sharp a link and have him come on up. We're having a good time.
That is my boy. What up, Donovan? What up, Donnie? Like, Donovan will have a better breakdown of girls' names. Donovan will have a better breakdown of girls' names, which ones to stay away from.
He would. All the red flag names.
Stacy. Watch out for Stacy's.
Yeah, I go with that.
So here's the biggest con right now the guys need to watch out for. And I said this before. There's a lot of women now that are saying that they want to be traditional wives. They want to be stay-at-home wives, right? And guys are so used. Guys are so used to the boss bitch era, right? Women that they think that any woman that says that she wants to be a stay-at-home wife, she must be based. No,
absolutely not.
Stay-at-home wives are just as feminist as the boss bitches that go to work.
Oh wow, that's a big claim.
They're just playing it from a different angle.
Yep, I mean the game is played multiple ways. Don't hate the game, right?
So just because you meet a girl and she says she wants to be a stay-at-home wife, she wants to be traditional, whatever, does not mean she is based, that she is not a feminist. All right. They're just playing the feminist at a different angle.
That's fair.
Oh, Kissy Cat says that she is. No, you got it. No. Where'd it go? I got to get that back up here. Where is it? There it is. Kissy Cat says, "I'm an alley Not a demon, I swear.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not the cap.
Okay.
Kissy Cat, you can come on up too. You should come up. We need female representation
That's
on
true.
the panel tonight. Pardon me.
Man, that's too good.
So you guys, what are you guys doing for New Year's? I am doing like an epic year breakdown. Every moment New Year's Eve, I'm doing the entire breakdown of everything that transpired over the last year from January all the way to December. I'm going to do the good, the bad, the ugly on it. And in not just in our space, but in society, the culture, the world, like basically everything that's been newsworthy.
All encompassing.
I'm going to give my unfiltered opinion on all of it.
Nice.
I'm gonna offend a lot of people. Starting 2025
right?
off on the right foot. What?
Members only, got to pay to play?
Oh, no. It's going to be open.
Nice.
Oh, man.
Completely unadulterated. Well, pay to play starts after the first 2 hours. Like if things are not moving along, and that's what I'm going to be doing moving forward is like, at the 2 hour mark, I'm going to switch the live stream to members only.
Nice. Utilize that member. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But for New Year's, I just picked these up.
What is that?
About
I can't see. It's a phone.
A ridiculous amount of fireworks.
Fireworks, baby.
Oh,
you can't have those in California, bro. He doesn't know what those are.
Mikey, don't go blow off your leg now, okay?
Okay. Then I can be as tall as I want.
He's barely got a leg to stand on.
Then I can be as tall as I want.
I mean, you only have one good leg now. Don't be doing some dumb shit and blowing it up.
Yeah. It's all right.
Okay. I know you could do the pogo dance with your third leg.
I can do it real well.
I know you can. You are the man, the myth, and the legend in that. But I don't think you want to be doing that all the time.
Really good at hopscotch.
But what about the double? What about the double squares? Can you hit the double squares with that?
Hey, that's the cheat code.
Damn.
Yeah. You can't.
Hey, Clover Tag is in the house. What's up, dude?
All right, guys, I'm going to hop off here. I'm going to hop on the computer when I get in the house.
Cool.
All right.
Peace.
Cool. Yeah. Peace. See you in a minute. We'll wait on Donovan to pop up here. Maybe he'll get up here in a minute. But yeah, so I lost my train of thought, man. I was laughing so hard.
Yeah, I know. There was a lot going on.
There's a lot going on. So did you hear about this? Hold on, I got to get it back in frame. There was something that went on with the something that tied into what Glenn was saying. What did Glenn open with on that last little bit?
Oh, come on, man.
You
got me.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what would be tied in. I'm trying to even remember. Oh well, that's what happens when you've been drinking.
Well, I mean, I haven't been drinking, but
for me,
I got the laughing and hey, Silver Ogre's in the house. Awesome, dude. Good to see you, brother. Kissy Cat, are you coming up? Are you going to come up on the panel?
You getting called out?
Mikey will protect you.
Yeah, we'll make sure you're all right.
Hey, Clover Tag.
Oh, shit. Things about to get fucked up in here now.
It is about to get fucked up. What's good?
It is. It was fucked up before, but now we've really gone and done it.
Yeah.
Now we're committed.
Baby. Yep.
There
goes the planet. Spaceballs.
Yeah.
Shit, man. Just recouping from Christmas and yeah, that's about it. Hopefully everybody had a good Christmas.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. Christmas was not bad this year. Not bad. So
yeah.
How goes the war for you, sir?
Oh, Christmas sucked for me, dude. It was horrible. It was horrible, dude. Horrible. We do this
Damn.
weird thing. Well, it wasn't. I'm being hyperbolic. Yeah.
Man, all right.
But
Good
we do.
nomenclature.
So we get together and obviously eat. Family hangs out, and we have this kind of crazy, wild Christmas game we play, and we don't buy presents for each other. That's what we do with that, and so. And then we go watch a movie, right?
Yeah.
Once it's all said and done. And there was 106 fucking presents in this Christmas game we played. And I got four of them motherfuckers. 4 out of 106. I got $1 in cash, one fucking dollar bill.
That's good.
Out of all the cash that was available in the game.
Hundreds.
I got no lottery tickets and no gift cards.
That sucks.
It sucked. It was the worst year ever for it was terrible. But
That's way too funny.
We had
$2 from Raging Patriot went full weetard. Never go full weetard. I don't know who he's referring, but don't do that.
I like the Wii.
I missed out on something.
When I play Wii, I go full weetard.
$2 comes in from Kissy Cat. I have no voice right now. Sorry.
That sucks.
I feel bad for you, Kissy Cat. That's okay. It's okay. This one time, we're gonna let it slide.
A lot of people I know right now are getting sick, like whole homes and stuff, the whole households.
Yeah, that's been a thing going on. So it's been raining here, right? And I'm sure it's raining in.
You got more.
Yeah, it's raining right now.
Yeah, right now. Yep.
And it's been gonna rain for like the next 4 days straight.
Oh shit! Mine ends tomorrow.
Right, and so my son had Boy Scout winter camp this weekend.
Oh, I bet that was fun.
So, most of the scouts have figured out that winter camp is no fun because it's going to rain every year. My son loves that shit. He can't get enough of it. So literally there were 2 scouts from his troop that were going to go. He was one of them. The other guy got like day of says, fuck this, I'm out.
Mm-hmm.
I show up and it's just my son by himself going to winter camp. And I'm like, well, I could have driven him up there. I feel bad asking one of the staff guys to drive him up there. And they're like, no, it's what we do.
It shows
so they drove him up to the winter camp, and and so he's there by himself with a group of mismatched. They have a bunch of other troops that have similar things, so they just kind of throw them all together, mismatched troops. And he said he's probably having the time of his life, dude. He's got this. My kid, I don't know about. I'm sure Clovertac can identify with this. My kid loves anything that I own.
Yeah.
Like, he can have better stuff than me, and he will take my shit.
Yes, because it's yours.
Yes.
Yes.
Because obviously I have the good stuff. And so I have this like surplus military poncho from fucking Switzerland or somewhere. It's not PVC, but it's some kind of rubber. It weighs a lot. I mean, like a lot. It smells like 40-year-old rubber coated whatever, right? Like
totally.
It smells like shit.
Mm-hmm.
He loves it, and he loves it because it's an Alpenflage. So it's obviously Swiss Army, and he loves that shit. So he literally took that I've literally had that poncho hanging in the garage for the last 8 months trying to get the smell to go away.
It's not going to happen.
It doesn't happen.
It's embedded now. Yeah.
It's just that old rubber, like 40-year-old.
Yeah, it's a chemical smell.
Chemical rubber. Yeah, chemical rubber smell.
Mm-hmm.
And he loves that shit. He's all into it. He's got it. and
Savage.
And he's happy. He took my tent. He has a tent. Took my tent. I'm like,
his wasn't good enough. I get it. It was needed
yeah,
yours.
I don't know.
Needed yours. That's cool.
Yeah. So, like all the time, like just all of it, you know. So, and so it is cool though, and he's probably having the time of his life. You know, trying to stay dry. And I told him, I'm like, you don't, because he took an actual like U.S. Army surplus
Wow.
Poncho as well, which will, you know, that'll keep him dry. They work. They don't smell like, you know, you can't smell them 40 yards away. And
you can smell it when it's on you, though.
They're a lot lighter, right? They're like nylon something. And so I told her, like, only use this Alpenflage poncho as a tarpaulin over your tent, because the rain's going to be so bad that you just want that
little bit of support,
little bit extra, right?
Yeah, a little extra.
And I'm like, don't wear it because it's heavy. It smells bad. You know, why would you want that? And you have better gear. And I promise you that I'm going to get pictures from winter camp that he's wearing that thing around. Guaranteed, 100%. Just is. It is what it is, man.
Hey, you know your son.
Yeah, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a pre-FDA, nanny state. So I don't know what they use in that, but it'll last forever. So it is what it is.
40 years at a time.
40 years at a time.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. But yeah, been doing other assorted cool stuff. Trying to wrap up my trying to wrap up a bunch of stuff over the next 2 or 3 months while we buy this business and do the show and do everything else. So it's tough, man.
Yeah, it's a lot to juggle.
Yeah. Yep. I'm trying to get my hats done. That they had to pause on my hats because they had a huge order in front of me. I like waited 1 or 2 days too long. And they got like this massive order.
Shit.
So they're waiting on. They got to wait to finish that up before they do mine. Hopefully, we get those the first few weeks of the year. It'll be cool. And they're not. You know, they're almost as cool as the hat that I have on tonight.
Nice.
So yeah.
If you ever want, I got a personal merch guy in Nashville.
Do you really?
Mm-hmm. Well, we can talk later about it.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
Come up, I'll take you to lunch.
I would love to. I've been planning on that, to come visit you.
Glenn Lawrence has joined.
Welcome back, kind sir.
Yes.
And then you mute yourself.
And he even unmuted himself. Clovertack ought to recognize this hat.
I thought Donovan was coming up. Donnie wasn't coming up?
Well, he said he was. He said he'd be up in a few minutes. So
I pay good money for you to wear that fucking hat. What are you talking about? Of course I recognize that hat.
Damn, all right, Clovertack.
I did. I paid full price. You know,
that's what you should do.
I never ask for a discount from people. I just, whatever it is.
I'm the exact same way. Like,
it just is what it is.
I don't ever ask for a discount.
I didn't even tell Clovertack I was ordering it until after I ordered it. Yeah, I'm like, hey, I made an order today.
See, I'm like the worst though.
Was like,
not only do I never ask for a discount, I never ask for a discount, and then I never charge people either, right, Clover?
Yeah, well,
this is true. Yeah,
it's different on the flip side. I mean, I know how this works in the music industry, right? So I was in 7 different bands, so I know how it is when you get a list and you can get people in, blah blah blah. Everyone wants to get on the fucking list. You know what I mean? Everyone. But
hey, Serene is in the house. I'm sorry to interrupt you there, but yeah. Serene is in the house.
But so for me, when I show up to someone else's show, I mean, I could be on the list and everything, but I will still pay the door. You know what I mean? Like, I'm here to support your show. I'm here to support your performance. I'm here to support the whole get down. If everyone's getting in for free, how's anyone getting paid?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do a show about the being a modern gentleman and what that really means.
Oh, that's a really good topic.
Because in the olden days there was a code that even if you were immoral, if you were an immoral jackass, you still followed.
Yep.
The code,
because there would be public shame if you
right. And so and I've told the story before. I don't know, you probably haven't heard it, Mikey, but when I would go to these test days with my pro driver and my pro cars. And I would go out there, and I'd be out there with a bunch of and I say test days. It was a actual race weekend, but these are club guys, right? Like these are guys that they have regular jobs. They're not pro race guys. They're not, they're doing this in their spare time.
This is hobby level.
It's they're hobbyist, and we're like pro.
Right. There's totally a difference. Yeah.
I go out there. I got a pro driver, pro car. I'm on. I got. Better than better setup, better hand, everything's great. And I remember that we were down at Road Atlanta, and Road Atlanta is like one of my favorite tracks. I have that track on lock. I don't care what car you give me. If I set a car up at Road Atlanta, we're gonna be like top 5.
You got muscle memory in that track.
If there's anything there, so so obviously, and I had Chip Her in there, and Chip's fucking great ass driver, and who's got, for a kid that's like 5'2", I don't know where he carries the size balls he's got, right? Like, I just don't know where he puts them, but he's got them. And so he goes out, he qualifies on pole. So they inverted the grid, right? So that means that the slowest people were at the front and the fastest people were at the back, right? I'm like, cool. That gives you guys a fighting chance. And we still won. And I think we lapped like most of the cars anyway.
Wow.
As we won, it was a complete blowout.
Yeah.
Complete,
lapped them,
beat them into the dirt, right?
Right.
And when they were, and look, these guys are racing for a championship. It's club racing. It's just like anything else, just like your local bass tournament or anything. They're there all year to win this butter dish trophy and $100 or whatever it is at the end of the year. And so I declined the win. I basically said, hey, we're just here testing. We didn't come out here to ruin somebody's season. And I declined the win. And I had like 4 guys come over later, and they said that was one of the classiest things they had ever seen.
Hold up. What is going on, Donovan?
I don't know.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
What's going on, bro?
Doing good, man. Hang on. Let me, can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, you sound good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right,
I can give you a little bit more volume there. There you go.
Yeah, no. I'm good. I just wanted to make sure that all my I's are dotted and T's were crossed. But
yeah,
doing good.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah,
I'm doing real good. Yeah, I came in. So Siege D has been, he's been like, hey, someone wants to do a collaboration with you, and it's the holidays and everything. I've been busy with family. Of course, we just moved, bought a house and all that. But I was in tonight. So he sends me the link. And you guys were talking about names of girls who are hoes. And wait, say again.
The ones that you need to be careful of.
Yes.
Right? Like Tiffany. You handle Tiffany's like you handle nitroglycerin.
Absolutely. Especially if it's Tiffany with an I. Okay.
Right. Right.
Listen, stay away from bitches who spell their names in an untraditional way, right?
Right. Yeah. Because that's the crazy. They're putting the crazy right on the front of the shirt.
Well, really, what it is, the reason why girls do this, and I'll never forget this. I used to work at this small mattress place, and I remember I was writing up this one. She was young. She's probably 22, 23, and I remember I asked her to spell her. I was like, all right, go ahead and spell your first name, and she said ASHER. Leigh. Okay, no problem. Ashley, whatever the case may be. At least that's what I thought it was. And so when she gives me her ID so that we can verify where she lives, like, well, wait a minute. Why is your name spelled differently on your license? You told me Ashleigh. She's like, no, I just like to spell it differently. When girls spell their names in an untraditional way, it's just an attention grab. And it's interesting because when they tell you their name, let's just say, for example, hi, I'm Donovan, right? Hi, I'm Michelle with a Y. Wait, what? How do you spell your name? M-Y-S-H-E. Okay,
dude,
fine.
I the craziest I ever seen. I've
got one for you.
I had a chick come in one day, and I was writing up her ticket or whatever, and asked her name. It was LaDasha. I'm like, okay,
oh
cool.
no,
Oh,
I know how she
typed it up. Gave her the receipt and all that. She goes, "Oh, you spelled my name wrong." I'm like, "Oh, okay. Well, I can fix it." I said, "How do you spell it?" She says, LA-A. I'm like, "What? Like nickname or like?"
I got you on this one.
No. Hold on. Real quick.
I had this
driver's license. It was literally LA-A, LaDasha.
Listen, check this out. I will go. I'll do you one better. I heard that name 10 years ago because I used to work for a company that oh my God, it was years and years ago, but it was a company that dealt with Medicaid, right? So you deal with a lot of black kids with fucked up names. Same name, LaDasha. It was spelled L-A.
Yeah,
insane. Absolutely insane.
So I had this girl in my 22 caliber beginner shooters course. Her name was Absidy. ABCD.
Dude, you are literally hearing. Wait, hold on a second. I have told this story many times before. I have told the story on my podcast about those two names, LaDasha and Absidy.
No way.
Dude, I am dead ass. The bitches, the girl
that's awesome.
Spelled ABCDE, and then there was a LaDasha. Yeah. Holy shit, man. Must be a brother from another mother.
Maybe that's maybe that was a kind of a common thing, sometimes names.
Absolutely not. No, that is not a common thing. That's only common with niggas. That's where that's common.
Yeah, that's insane.
A white girl.
You probably met the same too.
What's that?
This was a white girl. I don't know what was up with her parents.
A white girl? Oh no, the white girl changed the name. She changed the name.
No. Her parents gave her that name.
How do you know?
Because I met the parents. She was like 8 years old.
Oh my God.
Oh, so let me tell you what it was. Mom fucked the black guy. She liked the black guy. After the culture that she really likes.
There it was. That's exactly what it was. Oh, by the way, to sort of bring this conversation back around to girls, who should stay away from girls who are named after regions. Sierras are all hoes. Tahoes are all hoes for obvious reasons. But somebody said in the chat while I was watching, say again?
Sienna,
right? Any name that sounds hot, dude. If she's Heather, stay away. She's hot. Ashley, stay away. But here's the thing, and this is something that someone said in your chat that I agree with 100%. I have never met a woman with two first names who was ever a bad woman. I've known Bobby Joe's, I've known Anne Marie's, and I've known Mary Catherine's. All of them are wives. Yeah,
Mary Kate.
All of them are wives. Dude, Mary Kate. Well, there is Mary Kate Olsen, the one of the Olsen twins, used to be on Full House. Clearly, she's not a wife. Yeah, Marie. Well, okay. Well, there was Marie Antoinette back in France. Who was
okay? I'll talk about my grandma.
She killed people. She wasn't much of a whore. She just killed people.
Yeah, she just murdered folks.
Right, you're right. But Marie Antoinette. Well, aside from that, Marie Antoinette was a hoe. After that, dude, girls with two first names are almost never hoes. Never forget that.
Yeah. And white too.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Dude, check this out, man. Most girls are hoes. Guys, you got to understand that. And listen, man,
you got to accept it.
You have to. This is 2024. Dude, I tell people all the time, when I met my wife, Devin, she was being a hoe. She was being a fucking hoe. That's what she was being. Anybody who thinks that they got a snowflake or a special, no. Nobody has a special girl. I don't care who the fuck you are. You could be Donovan Sharp. You could be Donovan Smith. I promise you, your woman's body count is higher than you realize or would like it to be. So when
asking,
don't ask. Pay it. You want to know why? You want to know why men ask what a woman's body count is because of ego. And this is what I tell my guys all the time. You will never, ever, ever, ever be a woman's first, her biggest, or her best. Never. 70 years ago, you had a shot.
Maybe.
It's 2024. Girls are passing out pussy like it's Halloween candy. So if she ever tells you you're the biggest or you're the best or I've never, no. It's absolute cap. Never. Oh my God, it's absolute cap. Don't believe these bitches.
So Donovan, that's what I tell them. Like, there's no point in you asking.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay, either she's gonna lie to you, and you're gonna accept the lie, or you're gonna believe the lie. Then they can find out that she's lied to you. Then now you have a trust problem. So to avoid having even a trust problem from the beginning, just don't ask.
That's exactly right.
What else did you lie to me about? How many dicks did you suck? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna be
37.
You know, it's just ridiculous. Just don't ask. Watch how they behave.
And ladies, if you know, to the 2.5 ladies watching this, if your guy asks you what your body count is, you fucking lie. But there is a caveat. If you are going to lie, you better make it a realistic lie. Here's an example. Here's an example.
It's funny you say 2.5 because I'm pretty sure there are 2. And then Melanie Cosmic Fox, Star Fox, whatever, is in the I believe.
No way.
Well, Melanie, ladies, listen up. Because listen,
so that would be a half, almost a half.
Listen, this is going to be some next level game I'm about to drop on you for the ladies. Here's the thing. If you're going to lie, you have to make it a realistic lie. For example, if you happen to know that your body count is 54, okay, you can't get away with telling him your body count is 5. Well, why not, Donovan? He'll never find out. If he pays attention, he will. Because here's the deal. A girl who has slept with 54 guys, she's going to have certain traits, characteristics, and habits, if you know what to look for, that's going to give her away. Whereas
she might not have a gag reflex anymore.
Well, that all depends. If she had her tonsils taken out when she was a kid, if she had her tonsils taken out when she was a kid, then maybe. But that's actually a very good point. So let's just say that you know your body count is 15, right? You can get away with saying your body count is 3 because it's easier to act like a girl with a 3 body count when your body count is 15. But if you fucked 77 guys, don't come at us with no, I've slept with 2 guys. Oh, no. Men who have experience with women, we will pick up on those traits immediately. Men will never, ever know a woman's true body count. And to be honest with you, women probably don't really know what their body counts are either. But you pay attention to the way she moves, and you will get an idea as to how slutty she is. Go ahead.
And here's the thing, Donovan, like you would probably agree to this, is like it's how they perform too. Like, okay.
Oh, yes.
Like if you have 3 bodies and you doing
make my husband, if you have 3 bodies and you make my toes curl at the
lying. But here's the thing, like, girls lie about their body count. Because I met a girl that said that, kid you not, she's like, I have never cheated on a boyfriend or a husband or anybody.
I think you cheated on
I'm like, you know, you cheated on him with me. Like, what are you talking about?
Wow.
Like you cheated.
Yeah.
I found out after she got into the relationship, right? And she's like, well, my heart wasn't in it. So as long as my heart was in it, I wasn't cheating.
Are you fucking serious?
Dead ass serious. So they don't even count cheating if they're cheating on somebody as long as their heart's not in it. They don't count one night stands, okay?
Or
they only count real boyfriends.
Yep.
Real boyfriends.
Yes.
And trips, cruises, that doesn't count. Vacations don't matter.
Nope. Vacations do. Listen. If a dick enters a woman, that is a body, period. But the reason why women have all of these qualifications is because they want to lower the number as quickly as much as possible. So let me get this straight. If you fuck 278 guys on vacation, but never in a relationship, what does that mean? You're a virgin? Of course not. Pay attention to what they do, guys, not what they say.
But at the same time, most guys are not even in a place where they are in a position where they could demand or require
of course not.
Virginity.
Of course
not. I think it's the biggest trope and the biggest cope when I hear guys say, like, I'm looking for a virgin. Where are you looking from? Where?
It's interesting. I think when guys who say, well, if she's not a virgin, then I'm not interested. That is the equivalent of a woman saying, well, I'm not a perfect 10, so I'm going to be a slut. Both parties have given up. You're just giving us an excuse. You know you're never going to find a virgin. You know you're not going to find a virgin. That's why it's your requirement. This is how it is here in 2024, man, or about to be 2025.
How she treats you means more than her virginity in today's day and age, unfortunately. Unfortunately.
And here's the thing: we got a lot of virgins now. Listen, and Glenn, you and I, we talked to Pearl quite a bit.
Oh
Pearl
yeah.
Pearl has actually told me stories of girls who she knows are bona fide virgins who overvalue themselves. They overvalue themselves. So they wait until the 28, 29, 30, and they think they think they're God's gift to men because they haven't slept with anybody. Well, number one, if you're a virgin at 32 years old, chances are
you have a problem. You have a mental health issue. Like, dude, you can't get a guy to want to commit to you enough to what's your problem?
Yes,
like the standards are ridiculous. And the same thing with guys that are, I mean, it's easier for guys that are virgins because, well, obviously we know that 30% of men under 30 tend to be sexless or, virgins. But guys not being a virgin also has a social cue issue. They're not good with social skills. Not saying that you should go out there and bang. I'm not advocating for that. But I'm saying, like, there's an age limit. For women, 32 virgin, problem. There's a serious problem. Same thing with guys at a certain age.
All right, guys. We've heard all this like 10,000 times. It's a chill stream. It's not a bash women stream. So as much as I enjoy the trope, I'm done with it. Will,
no bashing women.
Sorry to hear you. Sorry to hear that you're.
Hold on, real quick, Grid One. We're not bashing women. We're just keeping it real.
No, I get it. But again, we've hashed this out like so many times.
Fair enough.
It's just not. It's just old.
What do you think is going to happen? What do you think is going to be projected after the election in this space in this area grid moving to 2025? What does your project into 2025 look like in what we have been doing? Right, because now the election is over, so you don't have the politics so much on front main page. What do you think is going to happen?
We're actually already I think it's going to get. I think the politics talk is going to get worse.
Yep.
I think anything less is just fiction, or you're making it up, because the reality is that you can't make up some of the shit that I read every day. And I got to be honest, Mikey does an amazing job of covering. I don't even cover the news anymore, but it's just easier to say.
Mikey does a great job.
Mikey is on it, man, and he's got a good take. I've watched him enough now where I'm even like, well, I mean, that's pretty much what I would have said. So I mean,
well, that's a good thing, right?
Yeah, right. No, and he gets up before I do, which is good. So he does all the hard work. He does the heavy lifting. I don't have to do that.
Do you think there's going to be a lot more gender politics coming into play? Because we saw that a lot during Trump's previous administration.
Yeah, I mean, you saw the thing on. Did you see the beach thing that they just did?
No.
So they had a bunch of morons line up on a beach. I want to say it was Miami Beach. I could be wrong. It could have been on the other side of the country. It's a beach. Whatever.
I must have missed this.
And it says resist, and they took a picture of it from the airplane.
Mm.
Oh wow!
Like thousands of people lined up and said resist with 2 exclamation points.
Resist
made up
against
of people.
What?
Trump. Resist Trump.
Interesting.
And and actually, I think they were going to spell out resist Trump, but they didn't have enough people.
Do you think, Donovan, are you going to see a lot more intersexual dynamics play into this, like this administration now, like it did last time, where it's going to be less, or do you think it's going to be more? I'm thinking it's going to be more. I think we're going to see more of a divide here. We're going to see more of a divide between genders in politics.
Yep.
And I think that's going to play into family creation, as well as with like the conservative movement. I think it's going to be split down the middle too. I think we're going to see the conservative movement fracture this term, this election.
Yeah, number one, I don't call them genders. I don't believe in genders. There are only 2 sexes, men and women. I think the word gender automatically connotes that there are more than 2. So when somebody asks, well, what's your gender? Well, my sex is male. I don't call them gender roles. I call them sex roles. That's the first thing. The second thing is I think I agree with you, Glenn. I think, and in times like this, especially when there's such a divide between men and women in terms of relationship goals and, et cetera, I think we all understand that it has to get worse before it gets better. Honestly, I don't know how much worse it can get. It honestly, in the West, it has quite literally become a crime to be a male. It's almost like you're subjecting yourself to criminal prosecution if you're a man who actually pursues women. It's almost like in this day and age, you have to come out as a straight man in order for people to really understand like who you are and where you're coming from. So I agree with Glenn. I think I think eventually it will get better, but it's not going to get better right now. It's probably going to get a little bit worse, and then it'll probably trend up.
No,
I think it's going to get really bad for people who act like that the gender trans.
Hang on a second. Hold on real quick here. I just want to make sure that we're all aligned here. Somebody, and I'm good with whatever this is, but someone says that red pill isn't a fun hobby. I was under the impression that this was like a red pill like based show.
Silvar Ogre is a libertarian, I believe.
Oh, okay, all right. I wanted to make sure I was reading the room here.
I can't speak for him, but I believe that he's libertarian. Angry Casper, just so you know, if you're reading the chat, Angry Casper is sort of black pill. This isn't a red pill podcast by any stretch. But I'm sorry, I got distracted. So at least in my area, right? Like in my area, because I'm not on the West Coast. I don't live in stupid places anymore. So we just passed laws that prevent a lot of that from being talked about in school. Sure. Yeah. They can't, they can't have their drag shows. We're winning the war on the ground, and that's what it is. Let's just be honest. I mean,
so in other words, you're a pro male guy. In other words, right? Like you're against feminism and all that.
Yeah. I'm anti-feminist for sure.
Right, cool. 100%. That's all I need to know. Okay, cool. All right.
Yeah. I'm anti-feminist. I have no love for any of the nonsense that they speak. I think I feel like that my computer just weirded out for some stupid ass reason.
We're fine on our end. We're fine on our end.
Well, I got everything else is working. It's just like it was weird. I don't know. It does it from time to time, but and this is actually something it's a really good point. In very specific, it's like any other war, right? You have very specific places where you have these bastions of ignorance or whatever, and they make it seem like that's the entire rest of the country. And I'm just going to pick on LA, right? So LA, everybody, you can't tell if a man's a woman and all of that nonsense. Right. And so everybody thinks that's and they're on TikTok 24/7. They're throwing out YouTube videos. They've got entire talk shows on this bullshit. And if you just look at that, then you believe that that's the new reality. But if you go to Miami and dress like that, you're going to get your ass kicked. You go to Nashville and dress like that, you're going to get your ass kicked.
True.
And so that's the difference, right? And so and I keep pointing this out to some of the people like Melanie, the Furby. I don't even actually ever say her name, his, her, whatever name, right? Mm-hmm. The Furby. I keep pointing this out that they are not winning. As a matter of fact, they've made it worse for themselves, and now they have to back up enough so that people will take them seriously.
They've regressed 100%.
Yeah,
they went backwards.
except in their strongholds, right? Like you go to Oregon, and you go to Portland, Oregon, and it's probably a crime to not say somebody's.
Well,
pronoun.
That's just like a United States city that is a sanctuary city and open air drug.
Yeah, I'm saying market. That they have their strongholds, right? And if you look at those strongholds, that's what you would believe.
Sure.
So
that's true.
I'm not, I don't know. On the one hand, I just really like, first of all, I don't really care. I mean, dude, if you want to dress up in a dress, why the fuck?
I don't care about that either. Yeah, no, I'm with you. I don't. It doesn't matter to me. Just don't try to indoctrinate our children. You know?
Yeah, yes, that's where I'm at, right? Like I'm like, and that's
yeah.
my state, my town, the town I live in was sued because we passed a law that said you can't do that. And we can get into that. Just give me 1 second. Glare 1%er, good to see you in the chat, my friend. I hope you're having a safe ride in all this weather, man. I know bikes are bad in the weather. I hope you got a truck or something to roll around in.
Yeah, please be careful out there. Holy shit, man.
Grid, just call it Megatron. That's giving it a lot. That's giving it.
Well, we call them Transformers. We call them
Transformers.
Right. Yeah. I get Megatron's giving a lot of authority there. I was going to go like Starscream. Starscream.
Very nice. Yeah, a little Bumblebee, maybe Ironhide, right?
Yeah. Ironhide. Starscream.
Yeah. Listen, my
or
favorite
Starsqueal. You can go Starsqueal.
My favorite.
And look, I'm having fun at Furby's expense.
Totally. I love it.
But don't do it, and people will make fun of you.
Don't do it.
Weird. Yeah. So, and I would probably get my channel nuked. But hey, whatever. It's a new year. It's a bold new year.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I mean, look, I can't go along with a lot of this stuff. There's a ton of stuff that Meltron is good too. That's good, like that. So it is an interesting thing. In my town, for example, they passed a law that said that you could not have any sort of sex show in school.
Good.
Or on school grounds or anything like that.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And they also removed all of the books that are considered pornographic.
Oh, wow.
Right. And that, and they got sued, and the ACLU came in, a bunch of people came in, and it was a big deal, and we won.
Thank you.
So we won.
Good. Yeah, the ACLU, you guys probably know the American Civil Liberties Union, dude. Oh my God, that whole organization is a shit show, man.
It is. On the one hand, they actually do some good things, but 90% of the time they're screwing the pooch, and we don't even know whose pooch it is. $2 American comes in from Imperious. Raging Patriot said, "I'm an N-word and can't come on."
Well,
I'm not really sure.
You're not that black, Imperious.
Yeah.
You know what's interesting? Like Donovan,
Imperious is just having. He might be drunk.
Do you find an alignment or a commonality between feminism and the black community?
Oh shit.
Oh, that's a good question. That's a good question. I don't know that I've paid enough attention, but that's interesting. Let me read this one more. We got the Raging Patriot 1776. Imperious, you're not good enough for the N-word. Wow. Imperious is taking his lumps tonight. Donovan, you're self-muted, sir, if you're talking. Can't hear you.
He said one moment.
Yeah,
what
got
do
it.
you think, Mikey? What do you think?
What about Imperious?
Kissy
No,
Cat, you have to stay.
What I said. My
Hi,
question.
Lauren. How are you?
Lauren,
would you like to come up on panel? I feel like we need some feminine energy.
What are you doing, Lolo?
Kissy Cat, you can't go to sleep yet.
Not allowed to happen.
But Mikey, what do you think about? Do you think there's an alignment between feminism and black
black community? Sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Everything they do is on that side, feminist. Absolutely.
Do you see that? Oh shit.
I mean, there is zero respect for the hierarchy.
Well, I'm waiting on Donovan to get back because I have an interesting question about this that I actually heard a while back. I want to know if it's changed. Lauren, where are you? I have you. There you are.
Shelter in.
What?
She's like, "Oh shit, Glenn is here." She's
Got called out.
But yeah, no, I also noticed like you could find a lot more black guys also supporting feminism as well. So I wanted to see if there's an alignment there in the community or culturally speaking.
You know, that's one thing. I don't know if that's necessarily completely true. I think the majority of those feminists are going to be white guys.
Donovan, are you back? Nope, no sound.
No sound. But yeah,
look, Donovan, look down at the bottom of your panel. There's the little thing where
he's probably having hardware issues because he just moved and set up his new system. So,
Lauren, you can come on after you put your kid to bed. Just tell him to go to bed, or her, or whatever. I don't judge. It could have switched sources on him. He may need to go to the little dot beside the mute and check your source. It's happened.
Yeah, it does happen. Rejoin.
Yeah, okay.
He'll rejoin.
Right. Okay. Damn it. So I read a article in like some psychology manual report sort of thing that basically said that the black community there's been a war on black men by black women,
right,
for decades. And you hear it by let's see if Donovan's back, because I really want his opinion on this. You good?
Yeah, I think so.
There we go.
Awesome. Excellent.
There we go.
What happened? What you guys said happened. It for whatever reason, my Rodecaster just quit, so I just had to reconfigure it and then jump out and jump back.
Gotcha. Cool, man. Cool. Listen, I've got this. We were talking about how black men have been feminized or have feminist leanings. Mm-hmm. And I actually read, and I want your opinion on this. This has been a few years ago, probably 10 years ago. I read this article in Psychology magazine where they did a study, and this guy got like ran out of the community for publishing this. But he basically said that black men had been basically destroyed by black women. And they said, when you hear black women talk about other women, it's queen, badass, all of these things.
Yeah, let me stop you right there because I have an answer to your question.
Yeah.
Black women are programmed, raised to disrespect black men. Mm-hmm. And so let me go back and answer your first question. The answer to your first question is hell yes. There are definitely similarities between feminism and the black community. And here's why that is. The black community, the reason why it's such a shit show is because it is a matriarchy. It is not run by men.
Right. Yeah. They call young men baby boy.
Yep.
Like that. I can't even imagine calling my 14-year-old son baby boy. I can't even imagine that.
Listen,
I can't imagine my wife saying that.
It goes so. Listen, here's the deal, man. It goes so much deeper. But this is why I actually have a podcast on my show called The Hard R. I do it every Tuesday and Thursday.
I love it. I watch it all the time.
And what I do is I talk about niggas doing nigga shit, because Chris Rock said it best. I love black people, but I hate niggas. And I agree with him 1,000%.
Yeah.
The black community. Go ahead.
Yeah, let me read this really. $2 comes in from Raging Patriot 76 again. And he says, I choose violence and Blade needs plasma before I sleep. I'm not really sure who he's pointing that at, but it's all good in the hood, man. Appreciate the $2. Really do. I see ZD Den is in the house. Good to see you. You had a rough day today. I'm really sorry to hear that. ZD, come on in, take a load off. We're gonna chop it up a little bit here. Got Donovan Sharp in the house tonight, along with Mikey Balls, Clover Tack, and Glenn Lawrence. This is really interesting because it had never occurred to me, because I grew up hearing my friends referred to as baby boy, baby, all of that kind of thing.
Hold on. Let me stop you right there.
Yeah, go ahead.
Baby boy is a term. It's actually a term of endearment in the Black community.
I understand that.
Okay, and so, but to me, baby boy is not really as emasculating as the actions of a Black woman. And think about this: you guys all remember the late great Kevin Samuels. He was a very good friend of mine. When Kevin Samuels started out, he was a men's image consultant, and Black women loved him because after he became a men's image consultant, then he started to call out Black men on their fuckery and their behavior. Only when he started talking about Black women did the Black community turn on Kevin Samuels. The reason why the Black community is broken is because they openly celebrate the deaths of Black men. The Black community, Black women celebrated the death of Kevin Samuels. And here is one more nugget I will drop you here. American Black women are the only group of people in the world who regularly, willingly, and wantonly put their children in physical danger. I did a podcast a couple weeks ago about an Atlanta mother, Black woman, who cooked her 2 children to death and sent the picture to the baby daddy. Okay?
I heard about that.
Literally put them in the oven and cooked her children to death.
What the
most? Listen. The most dangerous individual, the most dangerous group of people to Black men are Black women. Black, I'm going to say it one more time, American Black women, they are the only group of people in the world who regularly put their children's lives at risk. It's whether directly or indirectly. The Black community is run by women, and that is why it doesn't work, because they literally have feminist ideals. That's why it's a shit show out there.
Also, what people don't know about this so much is that Black fathers tend to have more of an influence on their child's life than any other race of fathers in America. They may not be in the home, but they have more of an influence on their child's life. So we get, like, white people, they may have the family, the dad's at home with the mom and everything, but the father doesn't have as much influence as the mother does.
And you want to know why that is, Glenn? It's because the Black community is run by Black women. It is a matriarchy. And when there is a matriarchy, there is it's almost like the rule of law is to disrespect Black men. Black mothers don't think that their children need their fathers. And it's so funny. Black women will have a bunch of kids they'll have 4 kids by 4 different guys and say, well, his or her father wasn't around. What are you talking about, bitch? You're 0 for 4. And here's one other thing. The difference between daddy issues and mommy issues is this. Daddy issues only occur when the father is outside of the home. Mommy issues occur when the mother is in the home. So now you've got children being.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
No kidding.
Now we've got we've got multiple generations of children in the Black community who are raised with both mommy issues and daddy issues.
Both, right.
In part is why the Black community is an absolute dumpster fire. It's insane.
That's a crazy observation.
Do you think that the difference between what you're talking about, it sounds like you're talking about there's a measurable degree of difference between the feminism in white communities as opposed to Black communities, right?
Yeah.
Do you think that part of the reason for that is the travesty that was the Great Society?
It could be, but I will tell you this. I have always maintained that feminism is not for Black women, okay? See, this is why feminism fails for white girls, right? We already know it fails miserably for Black women. This is why Black women who call
TTS coming in. Give me 1 second. You won't be able to hear it,
Mr. Boulay and the Department of Numismatics donated $20 super chat. Dick Insider. A refreshing brew from your friends at Tactical Soap Grondike Soap Company. Not sure if the kid is yours.
Oh,
better check to see if it was your Dick Insider.
Awesome. Thank you, Mr. Boulay, for the $20. For those of you who didn't hear it, which you all should have, except for the panel. Dick Insider. A refreshing brew from your friends at Tactical Soap, a Grondike Soap Company. Not sure if the kid is yours. Better check to see if your dick's insider. That's great. That's great.
You always make the best ones.
Yeah. Imperious, if you want to come up, you have to be serious and not spaz out.
Not trolling.
No trolling, no spazzing. So if you can't do it, just be honest and tell me you can't do it, and we'll just move along.
So I think in a way, the black guys play the women in their own game.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yep.
They outmaneuver them in their own game, and that's why I don't see them getting anywhere with it.
No, and not only, well, here's the deal. This is why black men are walking away. Okay. And it's interesting. Black women they always get their panties in a bunch when they see a black man with a white woman. And, they talk about, we don't like interracial dating and blah, 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 blah. But here's the thing. 95% of black men are in relationships with black women. But the reason why black women have a problem with black men dating white women or non-black women is because it's the top 5%. Only the top 5% of black men who are capable of dating interracially, those are the men that they're talking about. They don't give a shit about Taquandre. They ain't worried about DeAndre. They're not worried about Quintavious. They're not worried about Travion. No. They're worried about niggas like me. Funny talking niggas like me who actually can speak nigga and actually have a strong command of the English language. I've got a few commas in my baby account. Those are the ones they expect us. And they always say this. Why is it that black professional athletes, as soon as they get their contract, they go and get a white girl? Because they don't want to share it with y'all, man. They don't want to share it with y'all. Black women don't know how to act. They just don't.
Case in point, well, she's not black, but case in point, what's his name's girl?
Ravis.
Yes. God, talk about ghetto. Like, she is just as bad.
Oh yeah, listen, look, check this out. You don't have to be black to be a hood rat. Like, you can be a black girl and be a hood rat. You can be. Travis Hunter has himself a Hispanic hood rat who is absolutely who's going to play him like a fiddle if he does not, if he walks down the aisle or impregnates her. It's going to be all bad.
Oh, he's going to. He's going to have to learn the hard way, unfortunately.
There you go. There it is. You got it, Glenn. You got it.
All right, guys, one more time.
Silver Ogre donated $20. Super chat. Chill stream. Oh, I thought it was chill stream. Okay, here's my dues.
Hey, thank you for the big 20, Silver Ogre. Really appreciate it. It is a shill stream. I am shilling. I am grifting. Please send in your ducats today. I've already PM'd you, Imperious. Behave yourself.
Oh,
period.
Boy.
Not even please. Just do
Behave
it.
yourself. Wow, this is Imperious sounds like a fun guy.
Yeah. And we got another one from Mikey Balls.
Mike Ball donated $19.99. Super chat. Griftmas continues. Crown Christmas tree.
Excellent. Griftmas does continue. Thank you, Mikey. That's really appreciated. I need to get you a custom note so it says Mikey Bowles.
Yeah, with the Z. Yeah,
comes up.
Mikey Bowles.
I know.
Actually, sounds like a mob name. Hey, go get Mikey Bowles. Huh?
Yeah, for real.
I know, right?
Yeah, go get Mikey Bowles.
First time he came into my chat,
that was like, you called it from day one. Day one. Yep.
Day one.
Said
day
Mikey
one
Balls.
Yeah.
Mike's got balls.
Yeah, you have the good accent for that shit. That's good.
I've
pull it off.
I've lived all over the country. I've lived as far south as Oklahoma and as far north as New York. I've even lived up in Minnesota for a little while.
Oh shit.
Yeah, this is just, I'm a man of 1,000 voices, I guess.
Nice.
Yeah. Ooh, pardon me. I can't hiccup in Spanish though. Can't.
Yeah, don't do that.
Nope.
So, what I was thinking, like, because I've run into, and it could be just because I'm in LA, right? But I have run into.
And we are so sorry for that.
I get it. I guess. Yes. You know what? If Pearl gets her monetization, I'll be in Chicago. So.
Hey, there you go.
Yep. But I've noticed more black guys aligning with feminism than any other race.
Yeah, you know why? Because they're influenced by the black woman. That's why.
That's why over their head with it their whole lives. They don't know nothing else.
And then the guys that are black that are not feminists, they play that they're feminists. They play like they play these girls like, yeah, girl, you the boss, baby, yeah, you, whatever.
Yeah.
And then they're banging like half their friends anyways. So it's like it's almost like they play into that for them.
Yes,
to give them that sense of false security.
Yeah, where's the happy
while they're
medium?
out there doing everything else.
No happy medium.
There really isn't. It's one way. It's one extreme to the other.
Yeah, one dramatic scene to the next. Yeah, 100%.
But so it kind of made me think that the correlation is victim mentality.
Oh,
it boils down to a victim mentality. Both sides feed off this victim mentality. And look, I tell people like, look, you're only a victim once. When somebody does something to you, and they do something foul by you, okay, you're a victim to them one time. After that, you are a victim to themselves. You victimize yourself by living in that constantly.
Yeah, you're on your own after that.
So is that the underlining theme? Like, because when it comes to victimization or victim mentality, they don't want to do anything to improve their status or their station, because then that requires them to be responsible. As long as you're a victim, you're not responsible.
There you go.
So
Totally.
is that the underlining theme between feminism and the community?
You have literally nailed it on the head.
Mm-hmm.
That unfortunately is the malady that has plagued the black community for the last 2.5 decades. Everybody's racist, blah 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 blah. I can't believe we're living in white America, blah blah blah. I'm gonna tell you what, man. I'm gonna tell you, I've been all over the world. Okay. Is there racism in the United States? Absolutely. But I would contend this. I think black people in America are more racist than white people.
Right.
Number one. Number two, you want to see real racism across the world? Go watch a soccer game in Europe. Okay. These people throw bananas and
violence
on the field when there are black players on the field. Go off and experience that for a little while and then come back to the United States and talk about how racist we are. Fuck out of here.
It's not wrong.
Yeah.
So my question is like, what is it going to take like the black man to finally say like, you know what? I'm not going to be a victim anymore and start leading that way in order to change the community?
Yeah, several tried that. His name was Kevin Samuels, and they rejected
Chaotic Truth in the house. What's up, man? Donovan, are you familiar with Chaotic Truth?
No, I'm not.
Donovan, you would like Chaotic.
He is the man.
You'd like him.
You like him.
He is the man. Chaotic Truth. Let's get you up here, my brother.
You know what? He goes off on black people more, and he's black. He's the black guy that's yelling at black people for stop being black.
Yeah.
He goes off, but he goes off on both sides. To be fair.
He equally hates deadbeats.
Oh yeah.
But so I think it's just like because like, okay, as a society, we are as strong as our weakest link, right?
Yeah.
So as a society of men, right? As a group of men, we are only as strong as our weakest link. So if the black community, the men in the black community, are in this victim mentality that placates to the feminism, right? We have to encourage them to break out of that mental model, right? In order for them to see male societies grow stronger together, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, so, I know Kevin Samuels, Myron and, Walter, like, besides you guys, there's not many that are really talking about how to improve or how to level up or how to get out of that mental model, how to start taking accountability. Why is that? Why is it not a lot of people want to pick up your mantle or pick up where you guys left off or, take what you guys are doing? Because we see that, in the space, everybody else does it.
Here's why. Because when you do, the black community will turn on you. They will shun you. They will shun you for wanting to get off what we call the plantation or out of what we call the communità. The bottom line is this, man.
My man, Chaotic. What's up, buddy?
What's up, man? Just got done doing a 10-hour live stream. What's going on?
Hey, you're crazy with that shit, dude.
God damn.
You're not even in your shirt. You're in your shirt sleeves, brother.
I've never seen
He
this.
said,
I've never seen
no
this kind
suit
of
now.
CT. Yeah.
I just had to unwind for a minute. What's going on, guys?
You know how it is, man. We got Donovan Sharp in the house tonight.
Awesome. Yep.
And he is we're talking, doing some stuff,
Yeah, this is supposed to be a chill stream, so this was definitely the wrong stream for me to make my debut here.
Yeah, Donovan, I'll have you back another time and we can do this. We can go in hardcore, but yeah, I've been trying to tone it down, man. We start like rocketing up and then I have to pull it back down a little bit to keep
But
it
every time you say you can do a chill stream, I come over here just to fuck it up.
I know you do. I know.
Every
I
chill
figured that out, but it's still cool though.
What is your definition of a chill stream? Is it not to ruffle any feathers or what?
No, it's really I just kind of
No particular topic.
Yeah, it's just
Good evening. Good evening.
God,
Good
here we
evening.
go, Imperious, the foundation.
there we go. There's
Good
Imperious.
good
Imperious,
evening.
calm down
Good
a minute. I'm talking here. So we just shoot the shit, man. There's no serious topic. We're just jump from topic to topic, and it's down a level because sometimes I can get really heated.
Yeah. Listen, I agree. I'm a left lane nigga. Like as far as being on streams, I'm a high octane dude all the time, man. So this is
and that's why look, again, if I have to just say, hey man, let's just let that go. I'm not gonna be angry. I'm not gonna, it's all good, man. It's all good.
No, yeah.
But chaotic, man. I am sorry I haven't been able to get on your stream much lately. First of all, I got to be honest. The gematria thing
is
just
A lot of people
don't worry
into that, man.
Yeah, Zach just came out to be a whole racist. I mean, against CT. So I mean, just today.
Well, he called another creator a monkey before and stuff too.
A lot of people don't like that content, but
I love your content. CT.
Well, I'm doing like a buffer between now and inauguration. So
Well, I hate that gematria shit. I'm just keeping it a buck.
Yeah.
But hey, man, you killing it?
Oh yeah, thanks, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oops. Sorry about that. Oh, that was y'all. My bad.
Yeah. So CT, we got Donovan Sharp here. Do you know Donovan Sharp?
I'm very familiar with Donovan Sharp. I've been listening to him since Donovan? You've been doing
oh my God.
Since like 2016, 2017.
2016,
right?
Yeah.
Oh, about 2016, 2017. Oh yeah, definitely.
September 4th of 2017 was my very first.
Oh shit, that's 2017.
Okay, yeah, it was in the range. Oh yeah, I'm very, very familiar with the red pill. Yeah, oh yeah,
awesome, man.
I gotta say, Donovan was probably one of the first ones. It was Coach. I would say Donovan probably first, Coach Red Pill, and then Kevin Samuels. Yeah, oh yeah,
man. Very good. So you've been listening. To me since before Kevin Samuels became Kevin Samuels. Because
oh yeah.
Because I used to have him on all the time when he was kind of a nobody. And he's the smartest person I've ever met in my life, man. He really, really.
Oh yeah.
Donovan, you've been a kingmaker for many people.
I have.
You got Myron and Walter, Pearl.
Yep.
Kevin Samuels.
Yep. MLD.
MLD. I think you've actually also supported the Sabo Bros a lot more than probably anybody else in this space.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I try not to. I don't want to sit here and take credit for their success, because it's clear now that Kevin, Pearl, Myron, they didn't need me to be successful. Just based on where they are now, it was clear they were going to get there with or without my help.
You believed in the right people, though.
Yeah, I mean, I'm very. Listen, I'm not good at a lot of things, but I know money and I know people. And it doesn't take me very long to figure out, okay, this person is going to be a star. It took 2 episodes Myron and I used to do this show called Weights and Dates. And 2 episodes in, I called him up. I said, yo, Myron, my friend, you got to start a YouTube channel. I said, I told him this straight up. I said, you could make a very good living for yourself. And the rest is history.
And same thing with Pearl. Like, it's not like you make them. What you do is like,
I put them in the right position.
You put them in the right position and you give them credibility.
Yeah. Well,
you know,
with Pearl, the way I did it with her is I actually, before Pearl became Pearl, I actually flew her out to the second CME, to CME too. And, you know, she was there being a hostess and signing people in. Like, you know, I was like, hey, if I'm going to fly, and I literally paid for a flight in her hotel. Listen, if I'm going to pay for you to come out here, I need you to do some work for me on the back end. She totally took to it. And that was when she sort of made the right connections with all of those people. And yeah, again, one thing led to another, and that's what happened. But like I said, I don't like to call myself, oh, I discovered this, I put that person on. I was in the right place at the right time and happened to spot someone when they were at their best. They did the rest. So shout out to them. I'm glad. I'm not going to take credit, but it would be disingenuous of me to say that I was not a very early and important rung on their ladders to success. I'll just leave it at that.
You know what I find interesting? There's a difference, and there's like and Grid, you probably agree with this too, when it comes to men, like in this like collective space that we're in. Mm-hmm. There are those that don't need the recognition. They just do the work, right? And just like they know what they do. They know what they've done. And then there's guys that demand it, right? And it seems like Donovan, I would say like you're more silent about it. Like, you don't need the recognition. You know who you've helped knows that you helped them, right? And that's all you need, right?
Grid, you let me know when I can hop in here. I do have something I want to input.
What is man? Okay. First, let me Carney's Glare 1%er. Have a good night, man. I see you on your way out. So have a good one, man. Be safe out there.
Yeah, please be safe, man.
So
let me land my plane right here real quick, Red, because I wanted to land this because I
go ahead.
The thing is, I noticed is that there's this very feminist mentality among, or I call Mitches, among a lot of creators in this space as well, where their mouthpiece is great, they're talking facts, but their actions are talking something else, right? And it's like this cognitive dissonance or this mixed signals that we see with creators in this space.
Yes.
That I think tend to pollute any positivity going forward. Like even we see it with like the Republican Party as well in politics. We see it.
Okay. Yeah, that's actually a really good example. It's like they say one thing and do another. It's almost like these guys are like like Travis Hunter he's the best. He's a really good example. He is a master at everything he does. He's going to be drafted in the top 5. A1 football player, dominates on the field, but he's run by his woman. It's unfortunate.
Okay.
I guess I'm well,
go ahead,
specifically, I have two. It's a two-parter, but I mean, the red pill. I mean, how do I put this? To me specifically, it's just kind of unneeded stuff that's just kind of was known a lot for most of human history, and I find it. I think we need to allow for more failure, like for more genuine failure by people. I want more people in general to live the consequences of their actions. If people want to get married and they know, and they're grown-ups, they know it's a contractual obligation, they sign paperwork. And if they get screwed over, let them.
Yeah, disagree. I'm going to cut you off here. Disagree. No.
Sir, don't start the attitude. Sir, I don't think you want to go there. Let's be very, very polite here.
Well, I just said I disagreed. That's all.
No, but you said you wanted to cut me off. That's not quite unwise.
Okay,
that's quite unwise. It's I'm like the angel of death on YouTube, so it's probably not.
Calm down, Imperious. Let it roll on.
Let me just. The reason why, and I actually agree with you on some level, and a really good example is Travis Hunter. Right? We're all telling him, "Don't marry this girl." Blah 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 blah. Travis Hunter has made it clear that he is going to have to learn this lesson the hard way. But here's where I disagree with. Let's just let men learn the hard way. The cost is too high. And right now, Glenn, Pearl is doing a documentary on divorce and all that good stuff. Men are, and it's interesting. Yep. A lot of, and guys like Foundational White American, you're blessed. Like there's some men that were blessed with this knowledge because of the way they grew up, but not all of us were. You know what I mean? We kind of dove in face first, and we made mistakes. And I'm lucky because, dude, I made every mistake with women that you could possibly imagine. But I was fortunate enough to sort of get out of it with my, how can I put this? With my freedom and my health. That's not the case with most men. And to suggest
that means less competition for me. Less competition. Get them out of my way. Let's be real here. Let's just
no. Hold on, because now I would see him. I was still talking. Can you put yourself on WA? Can you put yourself on camera so I can see what you look like?
No, sir, I don't do that.
Yeah, he won't.
Yeah, he doesn't come on camera.
He's a corporate.
Gotcha. Of course. All right, go ahead. That's my 2 cents. The red pill to me is necessary. I think it's saved a lot of men's lives, either directly or indirectly. And anybody who disagrees with that, it's all good. But I think we have to. There has to be a space on the internet where men can be truthful about things and warn. But now, hold on, I'm not finished. Jesus Christ! I'll land the plane here. Okay. I disagree when you said, well, the red pill is what most men have known for our entire lives. That is untrue, because if most men were red pill aware, the economy would crumble, right? Like, that's just how it is. If men understood what their true value was, if they understood, now men are still going to get married, right? But as long as they know what the risks are and try to aptly prepare themselves for what could happen, then, more power to them. At that point, hey, listen, you've got the information. If you still want to do XYZ, if you still want to commit to that girl, if you still want to get married without a prenup and you're worth 7 figures, I got nothing for you. But there's enough information now out there on the internet, thanks to the red pill community, that there are a lot of guys who are like, you know what, maybe I do need to think twice before taking the plunge. And that's where I'll end it.
Okay, well, I would just say this. Why make women the focus of anything?
I'm not making women the focus.
No, you are. Your entire goal of everything you're doing is the goal being acquisition of a woman.
No, negative. That's never ever been.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about women. Why? Like, let's put all that aside and let's talk about like something much more existential or cerebral than a woman. There's 4 billion of them walking around. They're not that important. They're not that special. When you've lived with them enough, you know that they're not that clean or pretty or perfect or anything like. They're nothing. It's nothing women are a burger. They're an acquisition. They're a natural resource that you can obtain at any time when needed. Why are you making something when I can go out and get Taco Bell like I can go get a woman? Let's look at the focus of like the advancement of the species, like CT talks about. Let's talk about going to the stars, not going inside a hole. You get what I'm saying?
Oh, here comes the urinal comment. Waiting for
No. I'm not even going there. I'm not even going to be vicious about it. I'm not even going to be vicious about it. I'm just saying, in general, the reason why men throughout history and why we've gotten to where we've gotten is not a focus on women. It was a focus on the Almighty. And I'm so tired of this whole focus on women acquisition. You are always going to want more women. You're always going to want more things.
This is where I think you are like you get sound bites. You're hearing the sound bites because the red pill is not about acquiring women. It was always about self-improvement. Women were a byproduct of the self-improvement.
Right. Okay, but then in the furtherance of what? Why are you getting better? What is the goal?
For yourself.
Okay. So would you say like that's okay? So if we're gonna go down and take that logical progression, would you say then
on the women impervious?
No. If we're gonna focus on the men and take that logical progression, if it's that dangerous, why aren't all of you guys just saying stay completely celibate, become philosophers, put all your effort into work and your name and your works living on for generations, and don't think or don't interact with women at all? If it's that dangerous. Instead of playing this game of half foot in, half foot out, you're not going to be able to negotiate with women by saying, oh, we kind of don't want you, but yeah, we still need you. So we're going to do this and do that. No, order. It's order.
I don't think I agree with what you're saying, but it's clear. See, this is the problem with the red pill community. And I'll admit to this. The problem is that, how can I put this? The problem is that there are so many people who make content under the banner of red pill. There's really no checks and balances. What
Impervious and I've talked about that a lot.
Yeah, right.
No gatekeeping.
Right. And that's fine. I don't care. I'm not, I'm nobody's gatekeeper. But what Impervious is talking about is he's talking about the MGTOWs and the black pill guys. Those are the ones that make the women the focus. What I teach on my platform is just like Glenn said, women are not necessary for happiness. They are simply a byproduct of your success and your value. If you choose to be with a woman, fine. If not, that's fine. And there's also another saying that we talk about. A man never lost a woman chasing money, but he will lose money chasing women. We tell men, don't chase women, chase excellence. Now, there are some red pill channels out there, admittedly so, that I don't agree with, that talk about women all the time. That's not what I do, right? And so
I'm not directing this toward you specifically. I'm not trying to I don't know you that well. I'm not saying like, oh, this guy does this or that. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to. I'm saying just from what I see in general. You know what I mean? When I'm glancing through.
I would suggest, Imperious, that you stop glancing and start watching before you come out with these opinions about this community.
Well, I mean, I have read, Paul Elam. I have read, back to the 70s and 60s.
Paul Elam.
So now, I have read some of Rollo Tomasi's books. I have read a lot of these, red pill, MGTOW. It's
glancing to now you read it. So which is it? Did you glance?
Well, no, glancing on YouTube is different than reading books. I like specifically having the hard things in my the paper in my hand.
And I'm glad you do. Books are very, very valuable. Probably the most valuable resource.
Oh, I know. I have a 300-year-old Catholic Church reference guide that talks about. Oh, it goes all the way back. Oh, yeah.
I would suggest that you watch a little more red pill content before commenting on what you think the red pill is or isn't. Because to be honest with you, you're not as knowledgeable about the red pill as you think you are.
Well, but it still would say this. The abject consequence of the red pill is still the improvement of the self. You're not going to further the species or further yourself focusing on yourself.
Wait a minute. I thought you just said we should focus on ourselves and not.
No. Contrary. I said, don't focus on yourself. Focus on God.
Well, you don't matter. Stars. I don't. You said the stars, like.
Yeah. You and I don't matter. We're dust in the wind, sir.
That's fine. I'm not a religious guy, and I'm not.
No, but it's not. But then you don't have a fundamental paradigm other than you just want to do something because you like it, and therefore it's right.
I didn't say that either.
Well, then what is the entire goal out of it other than I want to feel good and I think it's right for me? What is this whole red pill furthering other than pleasure of the individual, which is going to set society back anyways?
No, see, now we're getting into hedonism. I teach.
No, but it's still improvement. Whether you want to feel good emotionally, mentally, you don't want to feel sad, you don't want to feel in strife, you don't want to physically feel
about feelings. See, that's the thing. You're basing it more on emotion. It has less to do with feelings and has more to do with
accomplishment.
Accomplishment, exactly. Like, are you achieving these goals?
But accomplishment is only done for the emotional gratification or the physical gratification afterwards.
What would you say that's the same case? Like when the Bible says you need to leave an inheritance for your children's children. So if someone is acquiring resources and gaining wealth, he's not satisfied.
Yeah, but you're not.
He's doing it for a reason. There's a purpose, right? There's something in the future.
Temporal objects.
Him.
The Bible, okay, number one, it tells you to acquire things and pass them on for good works because Mark says faith without works is dead.
Dead, yeah.
So the reason I'm
not a religious guy, so
no, but religion is the foundation of philosophy and understanding of epistemology and ontology.
Disagree. I'm not I'm not going to be told. Look, if you choose to find, and now here's the thing. I'm not an atheist. I do believe that somewhere up the chain of creation, there is an uncaused cause. That is what I believe is a God or a deity. But I'm not going to because I don't follow God or because I don't see God in myself. That doesn't mean that I'm a bad person. And that doesn't mean that the things that I do are not just for myself.
No, I'm not saying you're a bad person. I don't know you well enough to make a judgment if you're a good or bad. All I'm saying is that you would have to understand there is only two logical consequences. Either A, it's a subjective morality where you yourself determine that this is right for me because I therefore benefit or enjoy it or get some kind of gratification from it. Or you have an objective morality where you're restrained because you have a higher intellect, a higher logos dictating a paradigm that is superior to your own knowledge.
So you think that because you follow God, you're superior?
Well, my moral epistemology would be, sure.
Okay, and this is why I don't. This is why, and listen, no disrespect to you. This is why I don't deal with people like this, because you stare down the, like, you try to bring the moral cathedral into everything, and that's just not what I do. I do believe that we are born with a fundamental understanding of the difference between right and wrong. But just because God is not the center of my life doesn't mean that I'm inferior. Now, if that's what you think, I mean, I
don't think you're inferior as a human being. You're still as equal and as valuable as I am. I'm not saying that. I'm saying, but you're more.
All right, Imperious. I've given you.
I'm not even trying to grill him. I'm not even really.
I know. Look. I get it, but I've given you a lot of alone time here.
No. I'll shut up. I'm sorry. I didn't know I was other. If you don't want to jump in, that's fine. I'm just saying, like, I don't understand where the red pill's going to go, where it's going to take us. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, and I get that, but the nice thing about the world is we don't have to understand everything in it.
This guy.
So that's the greatest part of the world.
Look, I'm not even upset. I'm just testing the logical assumptions and the logical presupposition. I'm just testing the logic. I'm just I'm asking questions.
I understand. And honestly, if we had 2 hours and this was a debate and you guys were going to go at it, I would love to hear that.
Hold on real quick. I'm a terrible debater. And you don't want to know why I'm
okay. All right. Well, that's fine, Donovan. That's fine.
Hang on. The reason I'm a terrible debater is because when there is a debate, there is an automatic assumption of a winner and a loser. I want to get it right. I don't want to be right. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
If I get new information, and even in this red pill journey that I'm in, I used to be like, if you're a MGTOW and you give up on women, then you're a loser. Guess what? My views have changed a lot in the last 10 years. So now I say to guys, and if this actually applies to you, Impervious, or Imperial Impervious, or whatever your name is that with new information, I reserve the right to change my mind. And so I'm not going to be beholden to one thing or another. But by the same token, if you're going to change my mind, you're going to have to do a pretty damn good job convincing me. That's all I'm saying. And CG,
I understand. I wasn't trying to convince. I was just saying I'm trying to understand where we're leading it. Okay, I'll put that question aside. The second part was more relevant and more fun, I would think. I don't think we want to continue that. Let's just.
Well, I want to
ask this question. I don't think Grid does. I don't think Grid does.
No, hold on. No. You can.
No, it's okay. I just don't want it. I don't want to get stagnant, and it's just
No, I'm just not a Grid. It's your show. I'm not trying to. Like I said, the second question I have is way more entertaining. I'm trying to ask him. I wanted to ask him this. CT discussed this, I think, with me the other day. I want to know why these light-skinned black women are going all to town on black men. I want to know why the Joy Taylors. I want to know why the Angela Rise.
There we go.
I want to know why.
I know.
I want to know why the Sunny Houston or Houstons or however the hell you say her name. I want to know why these light-skinned women that look more white than my sister on a tan beach in Southern California are telling black men how to think or feel. And I say, if you have hate in your heart, let it out.
You got good hair. That's why. Good hair.
I don't understand. Like, it's wrong. You got these women who are what they are. And you know what the thing is, the dirtiest part, PT? They're all banging white dudes. Yeah. They're all banging white dudes. Look at the one from Star Wars. What was that bitch with the fro that looked like Dr. J?
I can't think of her name.
What was her name? The one that made the rap video.
Yeah, I can't think of her name.
Yeah, most black
women about Meg the Stallion.
No,
no. This was like the little young one that's in the Star Wars show. Yeah, she came out talking about oppression with the damn rap videos. It was so cringe. Oh my god.
Well, here's the thing. To answer your question, what's up with all of these, I guess, African Americans? I think I actually heard that term a little earlier. Yeah, I don't give a shit. I don't really give a shit about why African American or even light-skinned black women are bashing black men. I could not care less. I do not care. It just doesn't matter. You wonder why it doesn't matter to me? Because the top level black men are not checking for even the highest value black women. So listen, if you're a black woman and you're banging a white guy, congratulations. You are the exception to the rule. But black women are at the bottom of the sexual totem pole for a reason. And we see it, and we see proof of it every day. So to answer your question, I don't really give a shit. I think it's funny, but
I just find it amusing because it's
like Amanda Stenberg.
Yeah, Amanda Stenberg. There you go. And you know what? She's pretty cute too. If she cut that hair and straightened it out, she'd look good. Yeah.
Who's the supermodel?
Naomi Campbell.
That you were just like,
oh, Josie. CT. What was that? What's her name again?
You're talking about Anak.
Yeah.
Oh no, I was talking about the Josie one. What's her name? Josie from that show.
The one that lost to the dude.
Yeah, a knock lost to the train.
Oh yeah, she was hot, dude. Yeah, she's hot. Yeah.
A knock. Yeah, she's Sudanese. She's super hot. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, she got those long legs. She can like choke you and snap your neck with CT.
Yeah,
you said Jodie Turner-Smith?
No, not Jody. A knock lost to a train.
No, but Jody, that one's hot. Yeah, that's the one I was talking about.
A knock. Yeah,
Oh,
she's the one who went viral, Donovan, at Howard University a few years ago. She went down. She went viral with a pic.
Oh.
That's why she became a model.
I just don't. I mean, honestly, since the only reason why I pay attention to what black women are doing now is because I've got a podcast called The Hard R. Other than that, I don't give a shit.
Okay.
Now, why? Okay, my question is this though: where did the animosity originate? Like, where did it stem from originally? Was there like there a one big event, or what? Could you tell?
This is easy. Yeah. Number one was my mother. My mother was
no, not you. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be personal. I didn't mean to ask that. I feel kind of rude asking. No, I meant like generally between black men and white men. Like or black men and black women. Where did it stem from? Was there like an event? I mean, I know I hear the whole, welfare and kicking the fog, but there had to be something to spark that. What sparked it?
What it was feminism. Black women foolishly believed that feminism was a good thing. And unfortunately, feminism has been so much. We know feminism has screwed women all over the world. It has screwed over black women the worst because they were already at the bottom of the sexual totem pole. Now that they claim to be, here's the thing. A lot of people, a lot of black women like to say, well, white girls do it too. Yes, white girls do it too. White girls cheat, they lie, they steal, they commit paternity fraud, blah, 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 blah. We all know that. But at least with non-black women, you get some semblance of femininity. What feminism did for black women is it stripped them of all of their femininity. It convinced them that the things that make us attractive to them are the same things that make them attractive to us. It just doesn't work that way. Black women think that being hyper masculine makes them attractive to us. And so when guys like me reject them, they get upset. It's your own fault. So the short answer to your question is feminism. Everything that's wrong in the black community, the spark was feminism. All of the other
so it kind of leads back to white women again. So like I said to CT many times, white women are the cause of it.
Can you bring it back to patriarchy in the black
community?
Well,
I am. That's what I'm saying.
Donovan?
I am though. Hold on, I am. It goes back to white women. White women were the originators that tried to break this quote patriarchy with the Seneca Falls nonsense.
Yep.
We know this.
Right.
Like they are the original. I've said this on CT show. White women are the originators of all the problems.
Yeah,
they may be the nicest.
I don't care how the problem started. I care about how it ends.
Well, how we solve it.
Hold on. Imperious, calm down. CT and Donovan, I really want your take on this. Can patriarchy reign supreme in the black community again?
No
way.
Not the way it's currently.
Wow.
Currently and structured. They would have to do away with it all, and it would have to be the women rejecting it, and that's not going to happen because what it is a power. It's a power dynamic here that black women will never give up that power. They just won't. And it's unfortunate because what you were saying, Donovan, is that white women are afforded the luxury, and it's just reality.
You're right.
They could do this bullshit and fuck around, and there's still going to be somebody that will wipe them up. Black women don't have that luxury in the community
because they don't care about being wiped up.
No, even if they did, they don't have the luxury in the community to be wiped up, because a white woman will get wiped up by a black guy, a Mexican guy, a white guy, Asian guy. The plethora of, they have a lot of suitors, a lot of options. Unfortunately for black women, they don't have as many options or suitors as white women do, so they don't get that much of a luxury or a pass if they fuck up.
I agree with you 100%, man. And this is where black women made the mistake of thinking that embracing feminism was going. See, embracing feminism for non-black women, they win a lot of battles, right? Okay, they get over on this guy, they screwed over that guy, they got the alimony in the car and the house and the divorce, but they all end up losing the war. Black women aren't even winning the battles in feminism, much less the long-term war. That is one of many reasons why the black community is an absolute shit show, is because black women will not. And it's interesting. The most powerful figures in the Black community are Black women. Oprah, Gayle King, dude, Steve Harvey, who's basically a feminist. You want to know why Steve Harvey? You want to know why Steve Harvey is a feminist? Because if he wasn't, then he'd lose his audience base. So I think a lot of Black men, especially prominent Black men, are pro-feminism really for the bag. Because if they speak out against Black women, what happens to them is the same thing that happens to guys like Tommy Sotomayor and Kevin Samuels. They get rejected by the Black community. It's terrible.
No, yeah, like Steve Harvey's only feminist because it suits him.
Yeah, it's profitable. Yeah. Tyler Perry. Yeah, Tyler Perry. And the thing is it's not, I don't think, and the thing is I don't think it's bad intentioned, right? I think, you know what they say, I think it's the road to hell is paved with good intentions. But there have been so many unintended consequences of feminism and the Black community becoming a matriarchy. And the reason why we know that the Black community is a matriarchy is that every time something happens with Black men, like let's say white cop shoots unarmed Black men. We've heard the story before. I'm not here to debate anything like that. But as soon as that happens, what do Black people do? They go and they destroy their city. The LA riots, the Watts riots, Minnesota, blah, 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 blah. Well, if the Black community were really run by Black men, we would never have had the riots in LA because the Black men would have said, okay, guys, a wrong has been done to us. And guess what? The one guy who had a chance to be the matriarch, Martin Luther King, preached what, boys and girls? Non-violence. Non-violence is non-emotional responses. This is why the Democrats roll out the same ads every 4 years to what? Get Black people emotional. And it doesn't matter whether they're men or women, because the bottom line is that most Black people are raised by Black women. And listen, man, I was raised essentially by a Black woman myself. I had a very weak father. This is one of the reasons why I am quick to emotion and a temper sometimes, because I didn't learn that stoicism. I learned to react to everything like indirectly to react to, wow, we got to go now. We got to do now. It's taken me I'll be 48 in August. It's taken me 47 years to finally have some semblance of control over my immediate reactions. That is the scourge of the Black community. So I can admit that I have some of the non-desirable characteristics. I'm working to get myself out of that.
Is it that the Black guys that do lean more patriarchal, they're the ones that leave the community and they go, into more multicultural or whatever, they marry a nice Becky and, blonde hair. And
listen, check this out. And I say this all the time. And I think this is true of a lot of Black men. The first woman to ever break my heart was my own mother. And the reason why she was the one that broke my heart, and I'm gonna make a dichotomy here, right? A lot of people say, well, why is it that white girls date Black dudes, right? Well, one of the main reasons is because when a white girl is a little girl, the man and the most important figure in her life is her father. If she grows up and her father's being emasculated, treated like he doesn't matter, treated like he's not smart enough, good enough, he's getting run over by his wife, the first little taste of what she thinks is masculinity, which comes from Black people, but Black men, as soon as she sees that, she's going to gravitate to that because she had a bad example. We say women all the time want to marry their fathers, but when their fathers are weak, and they don't leave their household, the white girl is going to look for someone to lead her. That's why she goes to Black men or non-white men. On the other side of that, I'm an example. When a little Black boy sees that his Black mother is not a good example of what a feminine, submissive wife should be, he's going to go look for femininity anywhere he can. And my first taste of femininity came from a girl named Mary Catherine Ham. That's right. I went to high school with Mary Catherine Ham, and she was the one. And I was like, whoa, wait a minute. You can, women actually give a damn about what you think about. So really the problem are Black mothers and white fathers. White fathers are not strong enough, and Black mothers are too strong. That's why it's almost like an automatic vortex. The reason we find each other is because I was looking for femininity. The white girls are looking for masculinity. I didn't get it at home when I was a kid. She didn't get it at home when she was a kid. That's the main reason for this interracial dating.
You go along with that, CT?
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree, man. But I wanted to say that Grid, I always talk about this thing right here. You know what this is?
That's a box of dicks for a woman.
Yeah, it's over. Not just for Black people, but for white people, it's over.
Yeah.
Women can look at any man, any place on the planet, any restaurant on the planet, They can look at anything now. So it's this patriarchy shit, it's over with. Back in the day, 30 years ago, you could be a firefighter. You can be a cop. And you know I respect these jobs. You could be a truck driver.
Yes.
You know, you could do all this stuff and be respected. But now you even have fat tubby girls now who expect chads. They do, even black girls. It's over, man. It's a guy on my channel, Grid. You probably seen him before, Eric. He said it best, man. You're gonna have to have a Lambo in the next 10 to 15 years, man.
Just to get the
Yeah, because this is what it's sensory overload. That's what we're seeing now.
Yeah.
You know, back in the day, man, you know, to be honest with you, we didn't really see Monaco. We didn't really see Dubai. We didn't really see these places 20, 30 years ago. We may have saw it in, you know, in a periphery at a store, in the tabloids, but you could just like get on your phone right now and just type in, do a walkthrough of Monaco right now. You have somebody walking through Monaco, you know, and, you know, right now, man, people are seeing too much of access now. You know, you can type in, show me somebody on a yacht right now, and it could be a 24-hour live stream of somebody on a yacht.
Yep.
And you know, as human beings, man, we are attracted to shiny things. So
Yep.
this whole patriarchy thing, it's over, man. I really feel sorry for this.
I'm sorry, CT. I disagree with you. I think there will always be a patriarchy. There's never been anything else other than a patriarchy. The difference is going to be what kind of patriarchy and who's leading the patriarchy. There will always be a patriarchal, hierarchical structure. It's going to be either a good patriarchy or a bad patriarchy.
In the government or in the household?
Let me just finish real quick. Let me just finish. I agree with you, Glenn. But people don't operate off of percentages. What you were talking about is cool. It could have worked. There was a hierarchy back in the day. But you're going to see more incels now. More guys in the home, not going out. And there's nothing wrong with it. But you're going to see, you never had this rate of incels before. Because the incel really, well, not the incel, but a guy that was making $15 an hour back then, he could get a female who was making about $15 an hour. But that girl now wants a guy who's making $15,000 a day.
Totally.
It's over. I'm telling you, bro. I really feel bad for this generation, man.
CT, hang on, guys. I want to address this with CT for 1 second.
Yeah.
CT, let me ask you something, man, because I kind of went down a rabbit hole on this idea last year.
Sure.
And what I found was interesting in that the same number of men and women are getting married that more or less always have. The difference is that we are not, it sounds really crude, but we're not killing men off in wars like we used to. And so the simple fact is that while the numbers for the women's side really haven't changed. They're the same whores they've always been. They're the same cheaters they've always been. They're the same. They've not changed even this much. What has changed is there are more men that have lived, and now men have access to technology too. We keep focusing on women having this access to technology.
Oh yeah.
Now men have access to this technology, and the guy in Oregon that has never seen a smoking hot blonde has nothing but smoking hot blondes in his feed all day, every day. Yeah. And he thinks that's what he needs. Yeah. And Becky down at the diner, who would bend over for him every single night.
No bueno now. Yeah.
Becky isn't what he wants anymore. Yeah. Becky ain't got no teeth.
While I respect your opinion on that, I got to push back because I think the problem is we don't have enough, and it, again, sounds gross, sounds crude, but we don't have
so you're
enough
taking the imperious
dying.
argument.
I can't. What's that, Grit? What was the last thing you said?
I said that while it seems really crude and horrible to say, we just don't have the number of men dying, and so that's why we're seeing what we've never seen before.
Oh yeah,
check this out. Yeah. I agree with Chaotic Truth. And I also agree with Glenn. Here's what I will say. I think the world structure, like the infrastructure, that's still a patriarchy. Because if the infrastructure really were a matriarchy, the world would come to an end. Relationship-wise, it is a matriarchy, and that's why it's a shit show. I've always said this. If you give women sole control of anything, they will destroy it. Why? because women, since the beginning of time, are born on autopilot to self-destruct if they are not under the tutelage of a strong masculine male. This is why single women who live alone, they destroy themselves with dick, alcohol, and everything else. So while I agree that there is there is still a patriarchy in terms of the way the world works, like infrastructurally, the dating market is absolutely a matriarchy, and that's why it's a shit show. And I'll also say this: every society that has ever fallen from within fell from within because of female promiscuity. And I'm not the doom and gloom guy. I try not to be black-pilled and doomsday, because thankfully I'll be dead and buried by the time it happens. But if women continue to run roughshod and continue to destroy the dating market, this country is not going to be around anymore. Because just like CT said, there are more incels than there have ever been before. And I'm telling you what, I'm telling you right now, emotional men are dangerous men, okay? And we all want to, and there are a lot of people who abhor, pornography and OnlyFans. Listen, sex workers have saved more lives than the red pill ever will. Because if there was no such thing as sex worker pornography, there would be a lot more pews around. Am I right? Because we've got Pareto principle. 10% of the dudes are fucking 90% of the women, right? So what do the other 90% of the men have to do? They have to make do with what they have. They got to go overseas, jerk off, whatever the case may be. And I'll tell you what, and this is, and I'll say this about the smartphone. The smartphone is literally, we've never seen a Pandora's box. There's no such thing as an actual Pandora's box. Yes, there is. And the Pandora's box is the smartphone, because just like CT said, women have always had endless options. Back in 1812, most men would date and have sex with and marry most women. The problem is that women now know what their options are. A girl in Lexington, Kentucky can be flown out by some Russian oligarch to Dubai or Tulum or whatever the case may be. The world is flat. The world is flat. And just like CT said, we all like shiny things. Hell, even my taste in women has gone up because of Instagram. So it's not going to get better. As long as the smartphone is still around, we are all in big trouble relationship-wise.
So this all leads back to my arguments again. See, I'm so ahead. I'm not crazy. I'm just ahead of the curve. So what I heard was, because women control sex and all men can think of and all their focus is on is sex, which I said earlier, they are going to lose, and everything it's going to be miserable for them. Well, what is to solve that? You just remove sex as the primary goal.
Yeah, listen, that works in theory, but dude, men are born, both sexes are born with the inherent desire to commingle with persons of the opposite sex. I can't just decide, you know what, I'm going to turn off my want and need for sex. Now you got to control that, right? Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that, if you have dick discipline is the most powerful thing ever. But to say that, hey, all we have to do is remove the desires for sex. Well, yeah.
Nobody has done that ever in history.
Exactly.
What are you talking about? There was no interaction between men and women. If you did, you get your head chopped off.
When?
Well, in biblical times. You'd be stoned to death.
People were still having affairs. People still fucking
around.
But
if they caught, if they got caught, they died. Yeah, and it was a lot more, and it was a lot lower than it would be now when there's no consequence.
Here's the thing. They would still be willing to risk it. That's how much they would do it. Like, shit, I know we could die.
Let them risk it, and we get two birds with one stone. Good, let them risk it. We get rid of two birds with one stone. More people gotten rid of, like we were just talking about.
You're missing the
point. There's an excess of men. Okay. Well, if these men are going to try to fornicate, let's get rid of them.
The fact is that regardless of even facing death, these women would still go out and go sleep with the guy that they wanted to be.
Yeah, but what if the guys don't want it? They have to have men are not just this unwilling partner. They're doing it too.
Impervious.
Women may want to go out there and, women could bend over in the street and flip their skirt up and say, do it. And if men said, no, I know I'll get my head chopped off, they're not going to do it.
My life. That's crazy, because men are not going to get their heads chopped off for pursuing.
They used to.
And yeah, guess what, fam? It ain't.
And that's why our society's failing.
I would agree.
So it goes back to the beginning. It goes back to what I said. You have to either choose. The power in any relationship lies in the one who cares the least. If you care more about sex than she does, if a woman knows that innately you will do whatever you have to get sex,
bro,
she will innately always have power. So the power in a relationship lies in the one who cares least, who's willing to walk away.
And you just continue to talk the same points. We've been talking about this in the red pill for ages, bruh. Men can.
Okay, so then why do you continuously talk about interaction with women and improving yourself for yourself and not for a greater goal?
You know what? You're right. Just for whatever it is, dude.
I'm always right. That's not a new thing. I'm just saying.
No, you're not as smart as you think you are, and now I know.
Oh, I'm smarter than I think I am.
No, you're not. No, you're not. You're just. Your ego is out of control. Oh, you don't want to.
Oh, it is. Oh, it is. I'm an egomaniac.
So, guys. As much as I enjoy beating horses to death and beyond,
this guy. What do you think? He's some brilliant philosopher coming on a YouTube channel. Like, you're the smartest.
Imperius is who he is. We're used to him, sort of.
I'm loved. I'll grow on you like cancer, Donovan. Stick around longer.
Great. I got a jet. No. I got to go do a script read. Donovan, I'm gonna hit you up.
I'm late for oh my god! I was supposed to start a podcast an hour and a half ago. Oh my god.
Oh my god! Shit.
Hey, Donovan, I'm gonna be doing a New Year's Eve stream. I'm gonna hit you up for it. See if you're up for it.
I'm in. I'm totally in, guys. I got because I am so late.
Donovan, we'll set up an actual show on like a Wednesday night or something. Is that cool?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I'm good on Wednesdays. Yep.
All right. I'll have Siege get a hold of you, man.
Okay, cool. Thanks everybody, and we'll talk soon, guys.
Thanks for stopping by, Donovan.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks, Donovan.
Hey, Grit, I gotta bounce. All
right, man.
Gotta go do work stuff.
Yeah, go do work stuff. I understand you're.
You guys have a good night. Imperius, Chaotic, Mikey Balls,
Yeah.
Clover.
I love you.
Clover, I gotta talk to you about some gun stuff.
Discord.
Hit me up in the DM.
Yeah, Discord.
All right, bye.
See ya.
All right.
Shit.
So, CT.
Yo.
We kind of, what do you think of the research that I kind of, and I did not quote it 100% correctly, but what do you think about the research that I've read and presented to you? Do you think that's pretty accurate?
About
how, that while modernity is telling us that there are more incels than ever, and all of this, the reality is just that it's the same as it's always been. We're just, first of all, we're able to notice it more, and obviously we're not having the same number of people die in wars, die out on the range. We have better medical care than ever before. People are just living longer, and all of these various things. What do you think about that? Because I think this is a fascinating subject.
And I've been live streaming for 11 hours, so I'm trying to be as sharp as possible.
Oh, you're all right, man. If I'll move on to Mikey Balls. Mikey Balls has been listening. Mikey, what do you think?
I was going to answer your question.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, CT.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
So you believe that there's always been fat cats, starving dogs, and it's always the same. The numbers.
I think what's old is new again because it was never old to begin with.
But here goes the thing. More than ever, from my anecdotal experience, right?
Sure.
I don't recall a time when young 20-year-olds were virgins, men. Now that's my own anecdotal experience.
Yeah.
I just don't recall, and not just virgins, but even openly admitting it.
Right. Right.
And what I'm saying is there's a reason why we have a lot more virgins, right?
I will agree that our society has been emasculated to a large extent, to where men will feel comfortable to admitting that they're a virgin past the age of 18, right?
Yeah.
Like, honestly, when I grew up, the idea that you were a virgin past the age of 18, you kept that shit to yourself. You put that under your hat. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how that worked out. Now,
I was gonna say this real quick. When I was in high
school,
which was I started high school in 99. Even in my high school, which was a good high school, and again, I'm not a big promoter of this, but you had 15, 16-year-old girls who were pregnant. Now,
oh yeah, absolutely.
I'm not saying that's a good thing, but statistics show right now that there's not that many teenage births anymore. Now, that's a good thing, right? If you sit back and think about it, I guess, right?
I don't think so.
But the thing of the matter is that these kids are not engaging in the same activities that we were doing. They're not going out on dates. They're not. I remember being a kid, man. I remember going out on dates, man, at 15, 16. You know, a lot of these kids aren't courting. They're not going to the movies.
Yeah, I agree.
Right.
They're not going to the movies. They're not doing this. A lot of kids now are homosexual now. So when you
think they are.
When you say, right. Yeah. But when you say that the numbers are the same, I don't think so, man. I really believe.
Yeah, I go back to when. All right, so I was in school a little bit before you.
Okay.
And I remember how many kids, young adults really, went to dances by themselves because they didn't have a date. I knew dudes that, literally like Ferris Bueller's Day Off, literally one of the main characters, Ferris Bueller says that dude's going to marry the first girl that has sex with him or lets him see her naked. Right. And that movie's like 30 fucking years old, man. Like again, I get it. And I think that we want it to be, I think we're looking for an explanation, and some of it is accurate, right? Like we do have this hypergamistic viewpoint where women think that shit's gold plated, which they always have, but now they got men telling them to their face and large amounts that it's gold plated. But beyond that, come on, let's just, I think that the problem is more pronounced because and I think honestly, the reason that we are more focused on it now is because people are getting weird about it. Right. And we can chalk that up to, you made an excellent point. You have less teenage births in high schools. My high school, my local high school, I went to a military school, but there was a local high school. My local high school, and I think my high school here in town, I don't know because I didn't go there, but I think they both had daycares.
Wow.
For the because they had
serious?
They had girls that would get pregnant, right? And they would have kids, and they still wanted to go to school, and I thought that was a good thing. But we've had a 40-year push, CT, to tell young girls to keep their legs closed and not have sex and not get in relationships because they need to go to college and they need to do all this bullshit. And so so absolutely you're going to have men being virgins until far later in life. And absolutely the birth rates are going to go down because you literally have films in school.
Well,
saying,
is it that grid? Is it that they don't get
married? Don't get pregnant.
It's the why they're being told. It's the why they're being told to keep their legs closed.
Yes, exactly.
The fact that they're keeping their legs closed.
Right.
Exactly, Clover. Exactly. It's not
keeping
that
their legs closed is not the problem.
It's not the problem. It's why they're exactly. They're being told you have. Remember, the media. What the culture does is play off women's innate biological fear and necessity. They need more resources to bear children and to survive because they're going to be at a very weak or vulnerable position for 9 months. And so they have that innate fear. Look, I need to be providing resources.
No, I agree with you.
And so because of that, the media and the world has told them, you better have $1 million cash or you can't have a kid. You're going to be an evil person. Your kid, when it's born, it's going to be pretty much just struggle and dying. It's not going to be, And
look at how our society treats women who use public resources like WIC. What's the other one? The welfare that you get if you're a young mother.
They have so many. I mean, there's per state.
Yeah.
Per
Meanwhile,
state,
majority of them are actually using it.
I don't mind
Yeah.
WIC. WIC is very restrictive.
Like that's the thing. Like
Yeah.
children have to be cared for. I mean, it's kids. That's
Right.
kind of like an automatic.
But-
You're going to
But
care
But
for.
again, we've had a 40-year, 50-year war against teen pregnancy. Teen pregnancy at one point in time was the hot button issue.
And,
Oh, I
and
remember.
throughout
I was
history-
terrified, dude. Because my dad told me, "You ever get a girl pregnant, we ain't paying for anything. You're gonna be broke for the rest of your life on the
Here's the-
street."
And here's the issue with that: is throughout human history, that was the fucking norm.
Yeah, it was the
well,
goal.
well, yeah, most men were married by 18.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. And so again, what have we really accomplished here, right? What have we
There's
really
nothing. The only thing that's accomplished is what's happened with the integration of technology into our. We're almost bionic creatures now. Like if you notice, we have automatic watches. We have phones that must be attached to us. We have earplugs. Sorry, go ahead, CT.
I was gonna say, guys, I gotta roll up out of here. Salute to you guys. I'm getting to go.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dude, get some rest, man. You're on like hour 12 right now.
Dude,
Man.
I can't believe I can't believe that you had that big test, man, or the big stream today. Really, I hope you made the money, man. I hope you made.
Oh no, man! I would do it. I mean, I remember when I had like 2 or 3 people in my chat, man. I was doing the same 6 hours live streams, man.
Awesome, dude.
I just like streaming. Salute to you guys, Imperius, Grid, Mike.
Hey man, you are welcome anytime. It would be great to have you on when you're awake.
Yeah. Hey, Grid, by the way, man, you know, one of the reasons why I started live streaming is because of Donovan Sharp.
Well, there you
He's
go.
one of the first people. I said, God damn, man. You know, I remember Donovan 10 years ago almost, man. It's great to finally talk to him, man. But salute
Didn't
to you
he
guys.
have that
man.
convention he used to run, like a big old thing he used to put together?
Like
some man met like me, like some big, like I thought.
Oh
I
yeah.
remember
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he did.
You gotta have a lot of ability to do that. So.
Oh yeah, guys, salute to you, man.
Hey, you have a great night, and we'll see you later, CT.
See you, man. Have a good one,
All right,
guys.
man.
Peace.
All right.
CT.
And
Later,
and
buddy.
Then there were 4.
Yep.
You
Yeah,
got me,
grab
Grid.
another-
I'm off to the 7th, man.
All right.
I get to harass you for another 2 weeks, Grid.
Fantastic.
No, you don't. So, Mikey Balls, what you were going to say something, and we let CT finish up. What do you think?
That's good. I mean, yeah, I think the landscape has changed indefinitely. At least I think I was that first generation to really experience that. I mean, I was the kid that was in 2nd grade with a cell phone, and I've had every iPhone ever since the 3GS or whatever, right? So I've dealt with the internet my entire life. Same thing with video games, all the other crap, right? The internet in general. And it's always going to be a 1% game. It's like a capitalist society, you know? And some people can play up the game good and some can't. That's just unfortunate for some. And it's a bonus for others. Like for me, in the very beginning, I knew innately, I don't know why, but for instance, when MySpace came out, I had this weird obsession with it because I was like, man, this is social proof of some sort, you know? And somehow, some way I had that ideology, and then Facebook, Instagram, all that crap. And it's true. I mean, if I message someone on Instagram, I'm instantly getting a message back. It's just true. Just because of like a blue check mark, a follower count, all that crap. That social proof. And I've done that since a little kid. So I've always kind of had a social proof online as well as the acceptance of my own peers. So it helps and I'm confident in my own step, right? So anyways, that's all I mean, I think the social media aspect has changed the landscape indefinitely.
I think it has. I agree with you. Do you remember when, and I'm going to do a show on this, by the way, Wednesday's show is going to be about, because you're making me tip my hand here, but since we're going there, the show's going to be about, we used to be able to have long distance relationships, like actual, writing letters to each other. Men would go to war.
Pen pals and stuff, Grid. Remember that?
Pen pals.
But they never actually worked out, though.
It
you know?
did.
No, but they
Oh,
were
it
more
did?
exciting and stuff and read
Yeah,
because
It
like
did,
you would
but it
you would write a
absolutely
letter.
did.
Do you remember writing a letter and waiting by your mailbox when someone write you back? Like
I mean-
how that was way more excitement than ever. You know, remember that Grid? Waiting
Dude,
for a letter back
I'm
from
telling
someone.
you say it never worked out, but we have proof throughout history that it did.
That's fair.
That women waited for their men to come back
The
from
wars,
war.
yeah. Look at the war
That's
letters.
true. That's
you
true.
you had a culture of wives that waited for their sailors to go off to sea for a year and come home.
You know, I think it's kind of like one of those things, like how a social construct is made. I think that was accepting of that time. You know what I mean? I don't think that is I think that's idealistic, you know, obviously within our, you know, our recent past, that's idealistic. But as technology, you know, comes into our life and is, you know, the internet's the internet, I
Okay.
think that in general just has changed it.
I think the
So
problem is there is no we. There is no I am hers, she is mine. We.
This has to do with instant gratification.
So
And it does absolutely. And
Mhm.
absolutely. Right.
So
And I want it now and I can't wait. I'm
Right,
sorry,
exactly.
Overtack. I interrupted you twice, sir.
you're fine. So I agree with the technology thing, where we may disagree, and where I see a substantial problem is that having one does not negate the other. And what I mean by that, I'm going to use a shooting analogy. I can have the coolest, most expensive shooting gear. I can be the Olympic shooter, the dude from Turkey that literally put his hand in his
Oh,
fucking
you know that
pocket
dude's
in the
getting
right
some
shop.
tail now.
Right,
You
right,
know
right. You got that dude, right? And then you got the guy next to him that has $30,000 in fucking gear, right? That gear is cool,
Yeah.
but without the basic set of skills, that's all that is gear, right? So you benefit by having both the basic set of skills plus the technology. Yeah, you could potentially, quote unquote, get by with just the technology,
Yeah.
right? The
Yep.
same way that you could just get by with the basic set of skills. And I think what people often overlook, and this is the issue, is they dive headfirst, and especially with younger generations that from the age of even being able to ascertain colors on a fucking screen have a tablet or a phone put in front of them, right? I get it. They've grown up on that technology or whatever. The problem is they're not allowed or whatever to develop the skills to go along with said technology. So it's a two-pronged thing, and I think that's what we're dealing with, ramifications of that nowadays, because
I think it's just
I
too
have
many people facing
conversations
their
with
life.
people. I have conversations with people all the time that are super tech, you know, and I had one just like yesterday morning, and it was talking about some creator related stuff. This guy is 110% super into all the tech side, is doing shit that I don't even want to fucking attempt to try to fucking do. Like, I could care less. And we constantly in our conversation, we're talking past each other because he was 110% technology, and I was 110%. I need to make these events and have face-to-face time with these companies and other creators and people. I need the IRL experience, right?
Yes.
The tech is not enough.
So I agree. I think that there's a couple points there. Delayed gratification is a real thing. What you're talking about is, you know, you're willing to wait, go there, do it in person, and make it happen and take time out of your life. The other guy not willing to do that. I agree with that to a point. I'm going to address Glenn here. Glenn's like, not true. What about the Jody letters? Small proportion of the military couples, although I will agree with Cam that a lot of military wives are actually can be unfaithful, but I don't think it's a greater percentage than wives as a whole. But yeah, I mean, look, Dear John letters happened. Sure. Did sailors go off to sea and come back and their wife was married to somebody else? Sure. But throughout history, men have left and the women have stayed, and the women have been faithful up until modernity.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't need to
We have
prove
the
it.
story of
History-
Othello. I mean, that's the Othello story, isn't it? Or God, what is that? The one that just came out. They're redoing it right now. The Aeneid, I think, right? Isn't that him? That he goes back, that he goes all the way back to home from Greece, from Troy, and his wife waited for him, and she had to elude all the suitors to wait for him to come back. That's one of the oldest, like most famous Greek stories.
Prove
That's
that,
the whole.
Glenn. You left. You're gonna have to prove it. Sorry, Glenn's reading a script, and I know he wants to be on here, and I know he wants to yell at me, but he's not.
But he's not.
The Odyssey. You're thinking of the Odyssey. R. Allen comes out.
Okay, I thought it was the Aeneid. What's the Aeneid then? What is the Aeneid? God, I'm drunk.
It's too late, man. It's too late. I'm getting ready to wrap up as it is, and you're asking me to fucking.
I'm ready
think.
for
What's
it.
wrong with you?
I'm drunk, dude. Yeah, I can't even remember what the Aeneid is.
Aeneid or Iliad?
Yeah. So while I disagree with you, Glenn, I think women. I understand that most people believe that men and women cannot be faithful and aren't meant to be faithful. I disagree. I think most men and women are faithful, can be faithful, choose not to be faithful. I think it's a choice that you make. And the problem is we're no longer putting out. We're no longer teaching people to. First of all, we don't even teach honesty anymore.
No kidding.
I mean, it's okay to lie.
It's easier to point the finger than to point thumbs.
Sorry?
It's easier to point the finger than it is to point thumbs.
That's true. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. The Aeneid is the Aeneid is
the foundation of Rome. It's
Right,
about
right.
a Trojan soldier flees and goes to Italy and founds Rome.
Yeah.
Oh, dope.
See, this is
it's a
this is
Virgil
what
Rome.
happens when we get to the end of the show and you want to start having interesting conversations instead of at the beginning of the show when I'm actually more or less awake, because I'm going to go in and go to bed. You think men and women have been cheating the same rate the entire time throughout history? I think all it is now is it's more accepted. Well, that would be backwards. That would be backwards because if you had all of these men and all of these successful relationships, almost no divorce, all of that throughout history, and then it would be more accepted. Oh well, she had an incident or whatever. Fuck, I don't know. I'm not there, so.
Yeah, great. I mean, I think it was a good conversation. Actually, I think you had a good show tonight.
It's been a good conversation. I'm a little punchy now, but that's okay.
Yeah, I think. Well, honestly, like I agree with Donovan a lot on his perspective on what he sees.
Donovan's still here.
Yeah, I agree with him on his perspective on what he sees. I don't, but I think if we're gonna elevate and you have to, again, everything is a negotiation. Maybe because I work with contracts.
Donovan, that sucks, bro.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah,
that sucks.
Yeah,
Especially if it's his show. If it's part of the
that's
show.
rough. Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah, you're part of the show. We're doing a corporate takeover. We're pushing you out. Yeah,
that's cold-blooded, man. That's some flow state shit right there.
Yeah.
Man.
No, but
you're right
but
about
I mean,
that.
but I think Grid. The thing we need to do though, we can't like everything else. Everything's a negotiation, and as long as you're willing to put up with more shit from women than they are to give it out, like then they are willing to take it from you or to give what you want, you will lose. So you have to be willing to go without like the sex, the interaction, the desire. You have to. Because that's the only way. That's the only way you'll actually be free, and that is when women actually find you attractive. Women find men most attractive when they're not looking for women, when they're married, when they're successful and they're
there's a lot of being married that signals to women that they want you.
Yeah, well, but you're married, you're not looking. Women want men when they're not looking.
Correct.
They're not going around like.
There's something to that, it's like
I just always put it that what turns women on is when men do men shit.
Correct.
Exactly.
And-
you have a
and
purpose. You're a
chasing
hunter. You're going
skirt,
out for
and-
2 weeks to hunt. Yeah.
And
Exactly.
chasing skirt is not really doing men shit.
Right.
That's
Exactly.
true.
You're
That's
seen
true.
as a slave. They're like, all I got to do is lift my leg up, and I got
Right.
you sniffing. I own you.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
Go do
true.
some man
And look, guys, we're
power.
gonna have to dive into this again. Maybe
Yeah,
we'll
next
fuck
stream.
around again next.
Yeah. Why don't you
maybe
have a
Wednesday
panel
night
with
we'll-
with get Donovan back on and get Glenn, but
Yeah,
have it for
maybe,
like a specific topic, like men, like the relate.
Yeah, I think we're going to talk about why what we're going to. I'll make up the subject as I go along when I'm more awake. We'll do that show on Wednesday probably. Go ahead. Closing statements. It's by the
Closing
way,
statement. All I'm going to say is, it's great show again, Grid. I think you had a good one. I think it was a good conversation. I think in the end, I think we all understand here what the problems are. We can all observe them. We all understand where things are going wrong. I think the problem is that nobody agrees on what the exact solution is. I think we all, and that is where, and I think
the problem is we're trying to pigeonhole things that can't be pigeonholed.
Well, yeah, but that's what I'm saying is, in a negotiation, that's what it is between a bunch of men. Men are going to have to define a new paradigm going here into the 21st century. And we're going to have to establish a new paradigm between relationships of men and women, because women are always going to be what they are. Men change, women don't.
Yeah, more or less.
Okay, that's just how it's always, more or less. Some women do, yet, but I'm talking in general through history. Men are the ones that have to usually change through the environment, through the interactions, through whatever. And men are going to have to decide what they're going to deal with, and what they're just going to have to say, look, I'm going to sacrifice that drive and that need for something more, or for something that keeps me going. And that is the biggest thing that I see now in the world. Men have a lack of purpose, and pussy cannot be your purpose. It can't.
I like
be.
that.
Right. You're
You
right.
should end on that.
You're right.
And that's it. That's all I'm
Pussy
saying.
cannot be your
Yeah,
purpose.
no, that's good.
Fucking great.
Have a good night, everyone.
You too.
Thanks, Imperious. Good to have you on. Glad you behaved yourself. We'll talk later, buddy. All right, who's next?
Glover, go ahead.
Hashtag not a fucking chill stream, but
No.
it was
No.
still.
You're right.
It was still interesting, but fail.
Call it a chill
Grid
stream.
gets the fucking L on the chill stream, so
Right.
make
tried,
sure you let
bro.
him know out there in the chat. Fucking L on the chill stream.
I tried,
but,
bro.
Good. Conversation was good, but yeah, mission not accomplished. So don't pull a bush and raise the fucking banner, because mission was not accomplished. So that's all I got, man.
I'm not taking the W on it. That's for sure.
I'm not taking
I
the
mean, I
dub.
enjoyed the stream tonight, but yeah, you're right. You're right. Clover.
Yep. Clover Tech is right. Hey, Grid, thank you so much for having me on your platform, man. As always, it's always an honor.
Yeah.
I try to, I try to allow, a lot of these guys also have YouTube channels, but I speak every day. You know what I mean? And I really like hearing other people's inputs rather than me interject and like stumble over people. You know what I mean? So, hey, I appreciate you always. And thanks for having me on.
Hey, man, I really appreciate that. To all the guests tonight, Donovan, I see you out there. Glenn Lawrence, the man himself, Clover Tack, Simperius, and Mikey Balls. Really appreciate all you guys making it up on the panel. I don't normally have more than 4 on the panel at any given time, but tonight I said, fuck it, we'll roll with it. Chaotic Truth made it by. That was awesome. It was the Griftmas after Christmas shill stream, not chill stream. We didn't chill enough, but that's okay. We chilled probably just the right amount. I really like kind of where the conversations was going, because it's actually what I wanted to talk about next week. That is on my list of subjects to talk about is why is it that we have changed so much in society when and kind of what brought this up is I was just I spent Christmas with some of my wife's friends, and the husband came over, bought a house, did everything, lived over here for about 1.5 years while he was getting set up, and then he brought his wife and kid over. As near as I know, neither one of them had any indiscretions, I think the woman would have told my wife, and my wife would definitely tell me. So, I just find it interesting that even today you can find that, but it's rare. It's like super rare. Like people go, really? And so that's really interesting. The Raging Patriot. I'm only going to take the L on not keeping it a chill stream. I did try, but I actually got to where I was enjoying it too. So
so was I.
It was a good combo.
Yeah, it was a good conversation, and that's okay.
Which is wild considering Imperius was in here. But
shit.
Well, no, I told him he had to behave himself. Or
stayed pretty much on the level. So I was surprised.
No, he did. Yeah. So you guys have to the audience. I'm going to send you over to Flow State. He seems like he's having some fun with wrestling. Some other guys. They need the audience count. So please stick around. If you're not already over there, go ahead and hang out. In the meantime, we will. I'll see you guys on Monday morning or Monday afternoon for the day shift. I don't know what we're going to talk about. It'll probably be something has to do with making money. Because that's what I'm doing, and I got so much going on with buying this business, man. It's like all consuming. And we'll see you on Monday. You guys have a great rest of your weekend. Enjoy the Flow State. Actually, enjoy Andrew Wilson laughing his ass off at some bimbos. And as I always say, be cool.
Yeah, I just answered your question. Can you tell me what epistemology means?
Epistemology is the study of the epistles. I mean, you can. I told you that a husband and wife is supposed to be the representation of God and the church. He said he's a husband. I asked him if he sees himself as the embodiment of God, and he said no. That doesn't make any sense.
Wait, what is the epistles?
The epistles are the apostles. Are you talking about the apostles?
No, what can you